the tape don't lie. The eye of the sky don't lie. You know,
It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit we can expose here, bro. We can really let loose on a lot of shit here. You feel me? Ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, man. Let's do make it do what it do, and how it do, and how we do it, man. Let's get it.
Wow. This nigga's going crazy. Hey. For me? Thought you come. For me? Oh, for me? I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. It's Tuesday night. You're now rocking with the best. You know what time it is. It's the Fire Nice Experience. Thought-provoking black culture journey through sports, entertainment, current events. If it's out there and needs to be talked about, we're going to talk about it. I am back. Your boy,
Yes, sir.
Coach P. My brothers held it down last week. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
As always, man, you know, it's a pleasure sometimes. I don't think y'all understand how much of a pleasure it is for y'all to get the actual Fire and Ice, you know what I mean? The original format, man. So I happened to watch that thing amongst the palm trees and sandy beaches.
Hey, man, we showed you
the water.
Hey, man.
Right, we sitting near the water. Down by the beach.
I'm back off hiatus, man.
Yo.
It's your boy, man. It's the coach. I'm back. Pleasure to be there, man. You could be anywhere, man, but you rocking with us, man. Rocking from Area 51, as we always do, man. Once again, this is the Fire and Ice Experience, man. Follow us on all platforms, man. A little TikTok action, man. A little Instagram action. A little Twitter action.
Follow.
A little Facebook, man. Hit that follow button. Subscribe, man.
Follow.
You know, support the experience, man. You know,
You got
I
a donate button? You don't got no donate button?
donate button. Why not? Everybody else got a donate button. Why
Right,
not
we
us?
bring it as a
Nah,
donate
I'm just
button.
joking.
Why
I'm
not us,
just
man?
joking. I'm
Right.
just joking,
Man, look, man. Why
We
not?
appreciate that. We just appreciate y'all watching, man.
Right, man.
We
Thank you.
definitely just
Absolutely.
appreciate
Welcome
y'all
with us.
watching, man.
Shout out to the brother B Matt. May might be through, he might not be through, man. Handling some things, man. But you know, as always, you know, we're formed like Voltron soon. We'll be
Got
back.
the monkey
if
pox.
If not tonight. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Shout out D-Rock and Fats.
That nigga got the monkey pox.
Oh shit. You said the monkey pops.
Know what's
Fucking
going
monkey
on
pox.
with that.
Hey,
Bro, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. But first and foremost, let me say hello and how are ya?
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Tuesday night, man. My favorite night of the week.
Once again, shout out to the E Square Cigar Lounge, man. The original home, original spot to let us rock out, man. The Bro O.
Shout out Big Bro O.
Pass this affinity on for the cigar, man. I blew a lot of motherfucking smokes over the past week, man.
Hey, man, I heard they got them out in
It was a long week, man. I don't know. I blew a lot of sticks, man. You know what I'm saying? So, it's nice to come back and finish. To me, this is the finishing the week off. You know, we had Memorial Day. You know, blew a couple smokes over the weekend, man. I had a good week, man. Good weekend, man. But this is the best part of the week with my brothers, man. How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Had a nice weekend. You know,
That's what it's all about.
It was all good, man. I'm glad to be here, man. You know,
That's what it's all about,
I'm
man.
glad to be here, man. I'm glad to be here with y'all, man. I'm glad y'all here with us.
Well, let's start off right,
Let's
man.
go, man.
Let's
go,
start off
man.
right, man. What you on fire about today, bro?
Man,
You on fire?
I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit on fire, man. This really, man. I just want. I want to remind all my brothers. This one is for my brothers, man. Don't be thinking with your little head, man. Don't be thinking with your little head, man. I was having a conversation, man. I mean, it's all love and all that, but don't be thinking with your little head. It was a guy, man. You know what I'm saying, man. My brother. He talked about, man. I can't have any female friends. Not ones I ain't trying, knock off or nothing like that. I'm like, man, hold up, man.
Who said that?
A good brother of mine. You know what I'm saying? Good brother of mine. So I was like, so you need to tell me, you can't, all these females in here, you don't want to be their friend because you ultimately want to knock all of them off. Yeah, I'm a man, so let's stop right there, man. You thinking with your little head, man. You thinking with your little head. What I'm saying is you a man, but you have a goddamn choice. You don't have to fuck every woman or man, whatever you into, that opens their legs to you. You just don't have to do it just because you a man. Like, what kind of sense does this make? I was like, I have had female friends that I've had for over 30 years. Oh, probably damn near 40 years. If they open their legs to me, which they never have and I never think they will, I'm like, hold on, sis, what are we doing here? No, I'm not fucking them just because I'm a man. I'm like, bro, stop. Steve Harvey. I'm like, Steve Harvey? We still listen to this motherfucker about some relationship shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what the fuck is we talking about? The fuck is we talking about? I'm like, yo, bro, man, please don't think that every female, just because you a man and you got a dick, I'm not even gonna say a penis here, you got a dick. Please don't think that every motherfucking female who opens their leg to you, you have to fuck it. You have a choice. You have a choice. You know what I'm saying? We got, a little bit further in the conversation, and I was like, well, how's that worked out for you? Fucking your friends and all of that. How's that worked out for you in your life? He was like, the couple I can remember didn't work out well. I'm like, see how that goes? Shit start being funny and all that after, you know what I'm saying? All that shit after that. And the funny thing is, you keep signing up for fucking people who are really good friends, and you willing to throw a whole good relationship out the fucking window for a nut. I get enough nuts. I don't need to fuck every woman out here just because I'm a man and I got a dick. You have a choice. Stop. And we don't have to be led with our little head. That's what had me on fire.
I can dig it, bro. A lot of men beg to differ.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, man, hold up, man. Don't get it twisted, man. I understand where
I feel where you're
everybody's
coming from.
I feel where you're coming from.
Bro.
But you don't have to tell me just because you a man. Every female that open their legs to me, I gotta fuck it. Nah, man, you got a choice, man. There's no spell been cast on you. I gotta fuck it. It don't go like that.
I'm gonna put it like this. It ain't too many females that I've met in my later years that I can say we just ended up, you know what I mean? The intentions of the relationship was to be friends. Now, before I could say that because I went to school with girls and I grew up around chicks, that we became friends. Mm-hmm. And I could say I had women that are my friends, you know what I mean? But later in my life, my intentions and every woman that I've met was not to be the friend. Mm-hmm. My intentions was either to be in a relationship, to fornicate, whatever it, you know what I mean, whatever it is. But so later in my years, I can say that I don't have too many women, you know what I mean, friends that are just friends. You know what I mean? Before past relationships, yeah, I got a lot because I grew up with girls and I went to school with females and I worked with females. You know what I'm saying? So
school provided the setting.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But later in life, I can't.
But our female friends just friends we ain't hit yet?
I can't say that. I can't say that.
Not growing up though. Not growing up though.
Now,
Because growing up in a situation, you could have been messing with the girl and became friends with her friends. Your intentions were never to mess with them. Your intentions were to mess with who you mess with, but you just became friends with.
that's exactly
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying. So
Other
and now
chick.
we friends.
Yeah.
Now
You
we
know what I'm saying?
friends.
So in that case, what you said, it ain't always chicks that I'm trying to, you know what I mean? But that, like I said, that's in my younger days. Because now in older days, you don't meet girls in groups like that. You don't, you know what I'm saying?
How much hanging out can you do with a female nowadays?
Let me see that later. I can do it
How much
quite a
hanging out?
bit.
How much hanging
I
out
can
can
do
you
it quite a bit because I was also thinking about it like this. I was like, well,
If you single, you can do a lot.
right, and
If you single,
what not?
hang out
Well,
as much as you
well,
want.
I use an example of mine. I was like, oh man, you might even know my sister, man, and it's not my sister, but my sister Boo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my baby Boo. I was like, that was my next door neighbor. We met selling. I sold her some weed. You know what I'm saying? She lived next door to me. I've never even tried to hump. I don't think she ever opened her legs up. That's my sister. And I'm saying that wasn't from a little, from a little kid. It wasn't from a little you. You know what I'm saying? That was like, nah, I just went like, oh yeah, she lives next door to me. You know what I'm saying? Then she ended up messing with my best man at my wedding. Rest in peace, bro, love. You feel what I'm saying? I had another example. I was like, well, hold on. I used to mess with somebody sort of kinda, and her sister was like one of my best friends in life. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she used to mess with my bro. So I was like, we always was just friends. Shout out to the Coles. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we always, Liz is my...
But I don't think he was talking as in that way. Like I was just saying, him meeting a chick, I can understand him saying, I'm not meeting her just to be friends.
It wasn't like based on the premise of you just meeting a woman.
Now I'm gonna just be honest. Cause the way he thinking, he's a scumbucket. You can't bring him around your wives or nothing. Because if he see him, I wanna fuck him. That's a scumbucket. That's weird though. That's weird.
That you being led by your little head.
No,
and
that's
I'm like,
weird.
And I'm like,
if every girl you run into, you want to fuck. You don't even gotta have a relationship. You don't even gotta be friends with them. You just can't be like, that's weird though.
And that's why I'm like, hold on, man. I'm like,
that's weird. Like niggas, you know what I mean. I ain't for to make a nigga talking deaf, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Niggas do gotta start explaining themselves. Because that's weird.
Some of them choices.
Like if me and you friends and I got a wife.
right.
Like, are you saying like, yo, you want to just fuck my wife? You just told me you want to fuck my wife all the time.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm like,
you can't be friends with her.
Exactly.
But I don't. That's what I said. I don't think. I hope.
That's what he's saying.
I hope.
But then I was like, oh man, I was like, I said, my wife hang around, she smoke weed. Y'all can't never smoke weed together because you might try to fuck her. Now he looking at me like, oh, that makes sense. Bing, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you can't be trying. It ain't just because a woman open her legs and you fuck her. You can't be fucking all of them. Like, you have a choice.
Listen, I can't even say that makes sense. He just let you know who he was.
Yeah.
I can't even say he ain't make sense.
Hey,
he just let you know.
You gotta
he let you know what it was. Yeah, Dougie, we smoke weed together. We might drink together.
Watch yourself.
We might, but I fuck her.
And each and every other woman in this break room too. I hope y'all got that message in the back. I'll say it one more time for y'all in the back. Y'all ain't my motherfucking friends.
Yeah, that's just let you know.
Hold on. We gotta remember that statement was made at one point. If you know what I mean.
That's my motherfucking family.
I'm not your brother.
I'm not your brother.
Not your brother.
That caused a bit of umbrage around
I'm
it.
not your brother.
Brother, man.
I'm not your brother.
Your brother. So, moving on. With that being said, moving on, man. What's going on in the world, man? What's going on?
Yo.
We had a couple shootings, man. Man. Wow. A couple shootings out there, man. Buffalo and where's the other one, man?
Out in Cali.
Yeah, man.
Out in Texas.
What the fuck is going on,
Yo,
man?
you hear the the recap of the play-by-play of the Texas shooting?
I seen a little bit of it. Fill us in, Ice, man.
Fill us in. Fill us in.
How,
I've been out the joint, man. So you gotta fill me in.
all right, this the crazy shit. Now this the crazy shit.
Yeah,
This is some of the shit that just make you think and make some people go sometimes about shit that happened in America. First of all, he killed his grandmother. That was his first kill when he left the house. So he steals her car or whatever. He crashes the car before he gets to the school.
So you bang out.
He bang out. He bangs out. He makes it to the school. Now here's the kicker. One of the teachers said she propped the door open. Why you have the door propped open? Why would you have a door propped open?
I don't know.
So he gets
I have
in
several
there.
answers for you. Do you want?
He
You want
gets
something
in
want a
there.
hypothetical answer?
He gets in there through the propped open door.
Mm-hmm.
Goes in one of the barricades himself in one of the classrooms with the kids. Police already was called from the accident. They don't know the accident and everything, you know what I mean? It's coincide, but they was already called for the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they finally get to the school. And they refuse to go in. You know what I mean? Little kids inside the classroom are calling them on their cell phone. These little third graders and fourth graders with cell phones is calling 911 inside the classroom. He's shooting my friend. He just shot my friend. Police still never rushed the building.
This is a crisis.
Have you seen that I seen earlier that the school, I want to say the school and the police, don't quote me on that, I know the school and I want to say the police stopped cooperating with the investigation.
At what point?
I saw this today.
No, at
I
what
said,
point? Like during the
wow.
crisis? You after the crisis, right?
Yeah, and I'm talking about
Okay.
today. That, you know, because they're investigating because, like good brother Ice was saying, these are people who are supposedly not supposedly. They are trained for these situations to run in. All the accounts are coming out like they was taking their time. They was holding people from going in. Different
While the
things.
crisis is going on.
Right. So from what I there was an investigation that came about.
School.
Man, the Texas Rangers,
This is
head of
school.
the police stood up there and said they were wrong. We just had training on this in March.
On this very thing.
On this very thing in March.
This very situation.
Let me make it. I ain't
And
gonna say
in no
correction.
means are you supposed to wait for anything.
Uvalde police and the school district in which this school resides in no longer are cooperating with Texas probe of the shooting. That was of 2 hours ago.
Wow.
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 Wow. Can't make this shit up, folks. He said, nah, you know what? We're the police, but we're gonna take the fifth.
Yeah, we're not gonna police this.
We're not.
This sounds like an episode of South Park, man.
Is this real? Is this real?
That sounds like an episode of South Park.
Is this real? Are we dealing with something? I mean, is this real? The police refused to run in. The first responders refused to respond first.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, we just had this training in March, and you
terrible.
motherfuckers turned around and said, no, stay back. It was all kind of stuff in there. It was people in there. It was little kids in there talking about they was rubbing blood on themselves. So the shooter to act like they're dead, so the shooter wouldn't shoot them.
That's terrible.
These are 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. What have you been through in your life to know to do some shit like that when this is going on? I don't know what I would have did if a mass shooting would have occurred, but they had the wherewithal to rub blood on themselves to mask themselves as dead so they can get over the shooting. How many shootings have they been around?
Or how many shootings have they seen through this particular society? Because
It's
they're
just
not
TV.
they're not desensitized
TV.
to it.
Yeah, they ain't
aware of it. They
desensitized.
know
It's
what's going
TV.
on.
Yo, that's
They know about Sandy Hook and all that
that's
shit.
sad.
They
But
know
Sandy
about
Hook
Sandy
was 10
Hook.
years. I mean,
And it
that's
was
not saying
10
they don't know
years.
about
But
it.
I'm saying, nah, but
Some
that's
of them
part.
were born.
That's
I'm saying
part
it
of
was
that's
10 years.
and they
That's
all-
part
and
of
that
that's
was
part of the
10
American
years.
tapestry, though.
Yeah,
That's part of the American tapestry. School shootings and active shooters are a part of our reality. So whether you grown or not, it's part of the tapestry now. Like they grow up with that threat. We didn't have that threat.
at all.
That's
At
part
all.
of, that's a part of a threat going to school now. Our thing was bombs, right?
Yeah.
Bomb threats. Their thing is active shooters. So to say
Nah.
the reality is that they know that can happen to them now. That wasn't our reality.
But where they get training to rub blood on them, though?
Well, that's
And that's what I'm saying. That's an
Watching-
adva-
that's
I
from
mean, that's
watching
an
movies.
advanced.
That's from watching movies.
That's an
You
that's
can
an-
watching
that's an-
Walking
TV.
Dead fan. I mean,
That's an you right. You, but I'm just saying, like a
it's,
8,
it's,
9, or
it's
10
very
year old.
it's alarming though.
Wow,
It's
that's
alarming.
alarming.
Yeah.
To know.
But listen, there was a
Because that's what my daughter said. My daughter said I'd have played dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you peep the audio from the supermarket shooting when
oh
the
yeah,
guy
when he was
walked
saying
in?
they white, yeah, like, are you black?
Yeah,
You white, my fault.
when he pointed at the white dude, and the white dude was, oh, then he pulled his recoil, was like, oh my bad, sorry, and kept it moving. Yeah, you didn't see that?
Nah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We's a piece of shit any motherfucking way, man.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we holding on to these motherfuckers? Put bullets in these people.
But he once again arrested with no incident. You know.
That motherfucker been dead right now. We've been having a beer. Sorry,
See,
kid.
now I'm not to be jumping on those sides or nothing and all that. The reason why they ain't killing them because they want to know the story.
Right.
Why?
That's what sells.
Why did he do this? Why did he do that? See, our thing is, you know what I mean?
To give him a psychological opt out.
Nah. And nah, what they say, basically what they saying is why do the white people live and the black people get killed?
Well, because they want to
Because-
control our narrative, though. They want to control both narratives, to be honest with you. But they want to formulate one
When
narrative.
we do something like as far as a mass killing, it's already known why we doing it.
What's the narrative?
It's already known.
What's the narrative?
It ain't no narrative. See, when the white person do it, they know why, but to the world, why would this little white guy, why would he snap? Why would he, with ours, the shit that we get involved in, if I got beef with y'all and I come shoot up all 5 of y'all in the corner, I let it known what my problem was with you niggas.
Shout out to Key Hill.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what they're saying. You know, that's the narrative they trying to, you know what I mean? Oh, he don't need to tell his story.
Right.
He already told it. We know he already told his story.
And the
such and
story
such went bad, or such and such happened,
And the
such and
story-
such was, you know what I
So
mean?
what's the narrative, though? So the narrative what's the story?
They want to know.
And that's really, and to me, to piggyback on this point, there is no real story when they talk about like gangsters on gangsters, you know,
Okay, so
or
but
back
that's-
on black
that's
crime.
the
It's like,
story.
they really throw it like, but that ain't really even important. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So when I say they want to control the narrative,
Yeah,
that's the
fair.
narrative. That's the
fair.
story.
That's
They want to
that's-
keep that consistent.
That's one of them.
Would you say that? They
Yes,
want to keep that
yes,
consistent.
Yes.
But when it comes to the other side, they want to control that and formulate it, you know what I mean, and cultivate that narrative so that, you know, that guy looks like more of a psychological issue, you know.
I
or-
can't say that though, because when we do things out of the norm, black people, they don't kill us. Hindsight, the DC sniper and his young boy. When we do shit out of the normal scope of black people doing shit,
Yeah.
they don't kill us. They want to know why too.
Yeah.
But if it's a regular, if it's a regular crime, like they don't give a fuck why you did it or none of that shit. Black guy.
Yeah, you right about that.
Black guy.
We don't care.
And just going through my annals, the sniper, DC sniper, only one I can think of that fits that mold. Everybody else, you get thrown to the side.
Yeah, because we don't do nothing that crazy out of the norm. When our school shootings were happening back in the day, they wasn't random school shootings where they had to put the metal detectors up in all the high schools in New York and Cali.
Nah, I got beef.
They were personal beefs.
You know, coming back with the blunt, with the
It wasn't, motherfucker, you ran, listen, we old enough, we knowledgeable enough, innocent niggas wasn't getting hit in them schools.
It was very rarely motherfuckers even bringing guns to school.
But I'm talking about when they was doing the shootings and all that in New York and Cali, innocent motherfuckers wasn't like, yo, it wasn't a whole bunch of this football player, this cheerleader, this trumpet player. No! Motherfucker killed who they was trying to kill.
You right about that.
Motherfuckers killed who they was trying to kill.
Kill who they trying to kill, man. They kill who they trying to kill.
But
Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we don't need no explanation for that. So we can go ahead and take you out.
Right.
We don't need no, we know what the story was. We don't need
We're
no
not
explanation
even,
for
we're
that.
not even interested.
Yeah.
We're not even interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
As long as if it's viewed as you doing something criminal, it's over for you. Let's just go ahead and get him out of here.
But like I said, I can't say that because the DC sniper.
Yeah,
if
but
you
that's
do
the only
something,
one that I can
if
think
you
of.
black
That
and
might
you
be an
do,
exception to the rule.
because we don't do nothing out of the ordinary. We don't got no serial killers.
Nah, we don't really
We
do
don't
that.
do that shit.
We don't do that.
We don't got no. We don't do that shit. The further shit that we do that's out of the norm, and you can't even say that's out of the norm. That's just the male tendency is rape. We have plenty of serial black female rapers.
I can't front. It's a black serial killer out there. He got more bodies than all the white serial killers.
Yeah.
He from out of Ohio. He got bodies, but he was doing it for so long. It wasn't even like, it ain't gonna be like you gonna kill me. You gonna just find me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even have the strength to fight.
They want to know the story with all these little white niggas and this little Spanish boy. Why you want to know the story?
They sure do though.
Why you want to know why?
They sure do though. But that's because they want to monetize it. They want that's a big part of it. You see the motherfucking TV shows they make, why they kill. They make a TV show out of it. Why they kill. Straight like that. I want to say it's one called Why They Kill.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a multitude of shows.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
shit
so
like that.
It's a whole bunch of people
like
get
that.
killed, but it's only certain few that they pick out.
There is a whole category on Netflix of
True crime.
serial killers.
Yeah.
There's a serial killer catalog. Niggas like John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, the Iceman, motherfuckers like, it's a whole category of motherfuckers like that.
Dahmer.
All them niggas. It's a whole category of motherfuckers like that.
Ed Gein.
All the Zodiac Killer, my man,
Son of Sam.
Son of Sam. What's my man in Texas? Who was not David Koresh, but who was
We
the
ain't
other
profitable, man.
the original motherfucker, man.
That's what it boils
Manson?
down to.
Yeah, Manson. Now who was the cult leader, motherfucker, man? The other cult leader,
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. It's a whole category.
Yeah.
It's a whole category. That intrigues the American culture, man.
Yeah, it does.
White
man.
serial killers intrigue American culture.
Yeah, it does.
White serial killers.
It sells a lot. It sells a lot of
Black serial
movies.
killers don't even sell.
Nah, that's I said white.
Now, I
serial
ain't gonna
killer.
lie. You
White
ever
American
seen
serial
Ice?
killer.
If you ever see Ice Sniper, that shit is good. You ever seen Ice Sniper, the DC killer shit? That documentary is good as shit.
Yeah,
it's like 6
good.
parts.
It's good, but like you said, it's a nigga on the high with more bodies than everybody.
Speaking of
It don't
documentaries,
sell.
speaking of documentaries, man, there's a documentary coming out, man, on probably one of my favorite documentary shows. 30 for 30 is doing a documentary on the street ball movement, man, the N1 movement. What y'all think about that, man?
Yo, I can't front, man. Skip to My Lou is my favorite street baller of all time. I love N1, man. I used to love, man.
I fuck with AO, man. AO.
I fuck with all of them. I fuck with all of them, man.
I was an N1 nigga, but one thing I could say about N1 was after N1 came out, that was the end of New York basketball.
Yeah.
Cause every city and little town you went to, you got them niggas inspired, and now that's why we got niggas from Iowa.
Shout out to
Between
the
that
everywhere.
AAU basketball, because it exposed New York niggas on a constant basis to competition outside of New York.
Not even exposed them. You got these niggas. Them niggas out there wasn't doing that shit.
Oh nah, everybody had their own style until N1. I can attest. Put it this way, and the only reason why I say AAU is because I was firsthand in watching New York basketball get disrespected on a level where it was like, you niggas ain't nice. You niggas was just nice when we heard about y'all.
Shit.
You niggas was only nice when we heard about y'all. Now that we gotta play y'all every fucking weekend, you niggas ain't nice. Now that we play y'all on the circuit,
Or y'all just
and y'all
running
can't
nice
hide,
teams.
and y'all can't play in a rucker. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta play between them lines with them refs. You niggas ain't nice. Y'all not like that. Y'all ain't like that. Them DMV niggas, them Houston niggas, them Cali niggas,
There's some people took
them
down
Philly
some
niggas, they
hardware
wasn't trying
out
to hear
there,
that
man.
shit.
Yeah.
They wasn't trying to hear that shit.
There's some people took down
And
some
like you said, them
hardware.
N1, that N1 shit. But if you remember though, the hottest N1 nigga wasn't even from New York though.
Who was that? Who
That
was
was
that?
Sauce though. To keep it 100, Sauce was the
Now, he
motherfucker.
came late.
Sauce
though.
was the one that captivated everybody.
But
though.
he came when it was like he wasn't there when them niggas.
Nah, he
was
wasn't.
there.
He wasn't in the
there
beginning
when
with Skip. He wasn't in the
Because
beginning
right
with
now-
Skip and
right
Ali
now-
Mo. You know what I mean? He wasn't in the beginning with
that's
them.
what I'm saying.
Nah.
Right now, that's what I'm saying. And they had a run. They had like a 10-year
Yes, they
run
did. They had a
before
run.
the hot sauce.
I don't know if it was 10 years though.
They had a nice run.
It was a nice run. I don't know if it was 10.
Man, that was a
Sauce
nice,
was the face of that shit for a minute, man.
They had
Sauce was the face
Listen,
of that shit.
Before hot sauce came.
If you
they had a
watching,
crazy
if you,
run.
I'm not saying they didn't, but if you watching, give me the three faces of N1, the N1
Sauce
mixtape
there.
era.
Skip,
Give me the three faces of the
Sauce.
N1 mixtape era.
I would say Skip, Sauce, and the Professor. The past,
I'm
the present,
gonna
and the
say,
future.
I'm gonna say
I was-
Skip. Yeah, I'm gonna
Skip,
go with
Sauce,
them
and the
three.
Professor.
I'm gonna go with them three. And as far because here's the thing, the other niggas, Skip was the one with the tricky handle and all of that. Now Ali Mo, and all and what's Ali Mo and the Bone Collector and all them niggas had handles, but they also had game.
Main event and them niggas.
Main
them
event was
niggas-
the nigga with bounce though. He just
But
had to
them-
bounce.
Them niggas was doing it for like 5-6 years.
I understand,
before what's the name of
but we
them
talking
niggas
about
came
the
along.
style. We talking about the
Nah,
style
but what
though.
I'm saying is,
What was
that
the drum?
longevity, that's what I'm talking about, the longevity. You talking about it when them niggas was doing it, Ali Mo, Black Widow, and them
But
was
we
doing
only
it for
talking about
like,
the N1
N1
era.
was like 6-7 years before Hot Sauce and them even capitalized on that shit.
Even if you right, my point, what I said was,
They wasn't around with big Escalade. They wasn't.
nah, it wasn't. But who took? I know
But
who took that shit to
saying,
another level
but-
though. Sauce took that shit to another level, cuz.
When them niggas came around, that shit was going on a downslide.
Oh,
No,
wow,
no,
nah.
Are you
I-
crazy?
I can't agree with that. I can't agree.
Hey man, if you watching,
Hot sauce
man,
was fucking motherfuckers
hey,
up all
let us
over
know.
the
Let us
world,
know in the
man.
comments, man. Let
Hot
us know in the
sauce was fucking
comments.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
up all over
because
the
Cause
world, man.
the
That's when
professor
it-
was.
That's when it got to that level. Because niggas, they couldn't even play real niggas in the street no more. They was like on a Globetrotter circuit.
Yeah.
They wasn't even, before they came up playing real niggas in the street. Balling.
Well,
Them
hold on,
niggas is
hold on,
solidified
hold on,
and
hold
one niggas.
Hold on.
Come
hold
on, man. You
Let
crazy.
also let the record reflect. They used to go and have the open runs. They used to be on TV. I used to see them. They go to all these motherfucking towns and have the open runs. So they would go
The
to
N1 mixtape tour on ESPN.
Right, you know what I'm
and
saying?
all them niggas was still playing. And I remember the draws. The draws was motherfucking Sauce and the Professor. Them motherfuckers took it to another level. They took that Skip shit that he was doing to another level.
Skip started it. Skip started. He was the face in the beginning. He was the face. He was the whole reason why they even had an N1 because of Skip.
I used to watch the TV show, bro. I used to watch the TV show.
But I mean, yeah, main event.
Listen, I still got the DVDs. I'm trying to tell you.
Right, that's
what I
you
said.
when you Boss Man won sneaks, they was giving them out.
Hot Sauce and them niggas even came along.
I'm not trying to say Sauce was there in the beginning. I'm trying to say Sauce was one of them niggas that took it to another level.
Yes.
Sauce and the Professor.
I can't say
because of that style, they took it to another level.
And to me,
so you try to say they didn't have nothing to do with the movement? You said they came when the shit was on the downside.
Because the movement got to its height, and they came when the movement got when they was done playing. Them NBA niggas they wasn't playing. Hot Sauce and them wasn't playing against NBA niggas they wasn't doing that.
So
that's when it was at its height. When NBA niggas wanted to play against them niggas.
Hold on, let's make a distinction. Let's make a distinction. Hold on, let's make a distinction. We talking about N1 mixtape, and you talking about the EBC.
No, I'm talking about N1 mixtape.
All right, well, that's different.
When they was going around playing NBA niggas.
Nah, that's not the same thing. It's not. The N1 mixtape tour was not them playing against NBA niggas.
No,
that was them.
That's when it got to the commercial, all the commercial shit, ESPN, where they was doing
Entertainer Basketball Classic was not the N1. Was not N1.
I'm not talking about the Rucker. That's what you talking about. The Rucker. No, they was going to every town.
Right.
They was going to play NBA niggas.
Nah,
they'd go to Berlin. Steve Francis would come with all his NBA friends. They'd go to LA, such and such, and come with all his NBA. That's when N1 was N1. I ain't talking about that EBC where Fat Joe and all them got a team and brought niggas together. No, I'm talking about N1. That's what N1 was. And then they started going to every little cities, picking the niggas up for the open run and all. Man, that N1 shit, they was playing against NBA niggas. We Escalade, main event, them niggas was playing against NBA niggas. That was the N1. That was the N1 when it started. That's how it got so big. Yeah, what's the name of them? Took it to another level.
Hey,
because that's when it was going international and all that shit.
That part.
But if it wasn't for these guys,
We're not disputing that.
I said Skip was the guy. That's why I said the three. I said the three faces. Skip was the guy from that era.
Skip wasn't even there like that. That's what I'm saying. If you was watching, Skip wasn't even that. Skip wasn't even.
I know he wasn't because he was one of the actual guys who made it to the league. And he was doing different things.
That was Ali and them. That was Ayo.
Yeah, that was them. Yeah,
that was
they
Ayo.
was like the second wave. Ayo from Philly. They was like the
So who was the first wave?
The first wave was Headache, Escalade, Boogaloo. Man, that was the first wave of the N1 niggas. That was the first
I know
wave
what I'm
of
trying to
niggas.
say is,
And that shit wasn't that popular.
that was it. When Hot Sauce came around,
That's what I'm saying.
like, oh
That shit
shit,
wasn't that popular.
it was like 5 seasons
wasn't
of this
that
shit,
popular.
man.
It wasn't that popular. I know when they picked that nigga up from ATL, that shit took off.
Man,
When they picked that little nigga, when they picked up Philip Champion, when they picked up Philip Champion,
that motherfucker
You
was
knew about it before him.
I did.
So how it didn't go off? Everybody knew about it before Hot Sauce. And one was the shit before Hot Sauce. So how did it?
that's like
how it didn't go off?
That's like saying the NBA was the shit before AI.
right. Nobody could take it any higher. Like nah, when
AI jumped on, it was like, oh shit.
But we're not saying AI is one of the top 5 in the game because of that.
I'm saying
I will say Hot Sauce is one of the greatest N1 representatives.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's
I will say
exactly
that.
what I'm saying.
I will say that.
Up there.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
I will say that.
Coach, that's exactly.
What's the name
I will
gotta be
say
the
that.
greatest then?
Who?
Professor. Cause he's
one of.
I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not gonna argue with that.
He's one
I'm
of.
not gonna argue with that. I ain't gonna argue with
Because
he put in his work just like they did.
Yeah.
He was touring and wearing niggas out. And matter of fact, he still do it.
They got him off tour. He's from, I want to say, the Oregon area, and he went to the Portland open run. And then he started fucking motherfuckers up. They're like, we just gonna take you.
I'm saying, to me, the greatest ones, you know, you got to put the Black Widow up there, man. Black Widow was one of the best ever. You know what I mean? Because he just had straight game. Him and Ayo, they just had game.
What's the nigga that's teaching James Harden and all them niggas?
Bone Collector.
Right? Yeah.
Bone Collector. Bone Collector second generation, though. Bone Collector second generation with hot sauce.
He was there before hot sauce, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't.
I don't
take it
I don't
further
think
than
Bone
hot
Collector
sauce.
was. I don't think Bone Collector
But
was
and
there
that's what I'm
before
saying.
Sauce.
I don't.
Bone Collector came like right as Sauce came. But you know what? Let's not even. You know what? We're gonna find out. Because I want to see it, man. Because that was a hell of a movement. Let's get back to the original. That was a hell of a movement.
Yeah, that was a hell of a movement.
That was a hell of a movement.
Shout out Carlos Cal.
You know what I'm saying? That N1 mixtape movement.
Senior
man, was a
Willie
hell of a movement.
on the check-in.
Nah, I wasn't gonna buy none of that shit.
With that and one shit.
Nah, I wasn't gonna buy none of that shit. That shit was a hell of
Easy
a movement, though. Them niggas, listen, let me tell you something. Them niggas was entertaining as shit, man. They was better
Hell
than,
yeah.
It was way better than the Globetrotter shit. And it was at that point in time, it was more entertaining than the league basketball. You know what I'm saying? It was way more entertaining. Way more entertaining. Because I think they gave a lot of motherfucking battery in the back to the EBC shit. You know what I'm saying? Which gave birth to shit like, you know, the Pro-Am open runs and shit, like the Drew League and all that type shit.
It gave birth to the ABC shit because every city they went to, NBA niggas was forming up trying to play them. So now in the summertime, niggas was jumping on squads like, nah, we want to show y'all we can do the same shit these niggas do. We can do the same shit these niggas do.
I'm not sure that's how
Shout out to Berry Farms.
That's what
shout out to Berry Farms.
Some of them
DC.
tournaments predate and one. The Rucker.
I'm saying the Rucker.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That goes back to the 40s and 50s.
That's ancient.
Now the Rucker is
ancient.
his own thing these days, but the continuation of what we know as the Rucker is the EBC.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's
That's been around forever. You know what I'm saying? The Rucker / EBC has been around forever. So, you know, Joe the Destroyer Hammonds, Dr. J, Connie Hawkins, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You feel what I'm saying? Bringing up to Earl the Pearl Washington.
And then you had motherfucking like the new legends, man, like
But when they
Marbury
got in the
and them.
NBA, they were not going back to the Rucker like that or even at all. They were not.
But you got to
That's
remember,
the
they
difference
played
with it
They played there like before they could even play in the NBA.
Yes,
That's what
before they
yeah.
got
They
it.
played
That's
Rucker,
the difference
then
now.
NBA,
NBA
then
niggas
NBA.
was wanting to play because you niggas was on the circuit. Y'all niggas was doing this and one shit, having niggas think y'all were the gods of basketball. No, now it's gonna be nigga gonna come get 5 NBA niggas and put them on one team. Wasn't nobody doing that. Wasn't nobody doing that. Was they? Wasn't nobody doing that. That's why it was so spectacular. Nigga go get 4 NBA players and put them on one team with a street ball legend.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But wasn't nobody doing that. They did it because niggas was playing them and one niggas was going to different, going out Cali. Oh, you want to go get a team such and such. Whoever the nigga out in the NBA out there in Cali, Gilbert Arenas, whoever want to get a team. We going. That's what they was doing. Coming to Philly, smoking niggas. We gonna smoke.
Niggas show up in Berry Farms.
We gonna
Show
smoke
up in
you
Compton
niggas.
and shit.
And then niggas like, nah, man, it's egos. It was, man, you listen, you hear the stories. Fat Joe tell you the stories. It was egos. He was like, man, them NBA niggas was calling him. Like, nah, we wanna bust them niggas' ass. Them niggas think it's a game.
Well, listen, we're gonna find out, man, because
them niggas think it's a game.
When is that shit dropping, man?
Put me on
I
the
want to
team.
say tonight.
Tonight?
I want to say tonight.
Hey man, listen. If you on the check-in, man, put
Go,
something in the
go look
comments.
at Fat Joe
Nah,
talking
I
about the
remember
fucking
because I want to
shit.
say that might be a 30 and 34 on its own. But what I'm saying is, a lot of I guess and1 style basketball players have been playing in the Rucker / EBC for a long time. You know, some of them don't make it to the league. Some of them, what they do is the flash and dash and all that kind of stuff, and you'll be in other, different leagues and stuff like that. Now to say like AO and other guys was getting NBA players against these and1 guys. I'm like, no, NBA players was always in these tournaments. You know what I'm saying? It was always a mix of like, street legends and NBA guys in those tournaments. Mm-hmm. So you can't just say, oh, okay, now. It was like now it might be a little bit more easier or we can.
I'm not
saying
saying that, but nobody, like you said, you might get one nigga, he might come through. It's a tournament. He might come through for one game.
Yeah.
Man, no nigga was going getting 7 NBA niggas, even niggas on the bench in the league. Niggas wasn't doing that. Your whole team NBA niggas. Niggas wasn't doing that, Fresh. Yeah, I got one NBA nigga on the team. Yeah, we got Conrad McCray. But you also got to think about a team they had Dr. J, Billy Pauls, and Charlie Scott. You feel what I'm saying? That's a real team that played. You feel what I'm saying? They was like, that's a real fucking team that played. You feel what I'm saying?
And Fat Joe had motherfucking.
And they wasn't playing like that because it's the footage is out there when Dr. J played at the Rucker. It was a big thing. He wasn't playing there every week. He played. Now, but I'm talking about NBA Dr. J, not Dr. J before the NBA. NBA Dr. J was not playing in the Rucker every summer. These NBA niggas was playing in the Rucker every summer. A team full of NBA niggas. They didn't even have street ball niggas on the team.
It wasn't the whole. Because I remember Ron Artest is short for a game or two. Stephon Marbury may have been the one player.
The team might have been 3 or 4 NBA niggas.
Right, but like you said, they ain't playing every game. Just like Dockett wasn't playing every game.
Motherfucker might have had like Sham God,
right?
Ron Artest, Lamar Odom.
Well, Sham God might have played every game, but Ron Artest showing up to one or two games. Stephon Marbury, I remember he played for Terrence Squad.
Marbury.
Now he played.
He played. All them niggas
played. You was
played.
a New York nigga, you played.
He played.
You was a New York nigga, you played.
But I'm saying like you said, all the dudes ain't playing. That's what I was saying. I was like, it's always been professional loaded teams. It wasn't just the and1 guys. Like,
now, even the Drew League, it don't be a whole team full of NBA niggas. It might be DeMar DeRozan and fucking Baron Davis on the team. Dominating and shit. You might got one team from Seattle and shit that come down with motherfucking Nate Robinson, motherfucking Tony Roten, and
Jay Cross.
Jay Crossover and shit. But it don't be a whole squad. It'd be a couple of motherfucking NBA niggas in there dominating the headlines and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Cole would show up. Rest in peace. He'd show up
and dominate the weekend and shit.
Yeah, just thrash motherfuckers all goddamn
dominate
day.
The weekend, drop 50,
right, you know what I'm saying?
20s,
but like you said,
38.
It's guys there that have played like overseas, maybe a year or two in the league. They good. They might even still be great.
Niggas like Hezzy God. Them niggas could go. And they
Kenny
Bruner.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out Georgetown Hoyas. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he be running the Drew League.
You ain't gonna see a nigga outside of Cali playing that Drew League.
Nah.
In the NBA. If I ain't from Cali, not playing in it.
Nah, what's the name of them played in there? Tony Roten and all them. They had a Seattle team.
Yeah.
They're a Seattle team.
Tony Roten, man.
Yeah, they from
Tony
Seattle.
Roten is a fucking terror on that level.
In the NBA?
No, on
the Drew League.
Yeah.
Nigga, Tony Roten got a name in these streets. That shit might not mean nothing in the league, But they got Tony Rowe got a name in these streets,
Your,
bro.
your
Tony Rowe
entertainment
ain't
basketball
no sucker.
classic,
Yeah,
I'll
Tony Rowe
thrash
ain't no
that.
sucker.
Your Drew League, I'll come and put
but
in
I'm
work.
trying to
The
say
MVP
is-
of the Drew League is a nigga that didn't even ever play in the league.
But what I'm trying to say is, you can't compare the NBA talent that was showing up, that show up at the Drew League, to the NBA talent that was showing up at the Rutgers. There's no comparison.
What? It is. Kobe
Kevin
Bryant,
Durant never showed up at the Drew
he
League.
showed us the Drew and the motherfucking Rucker.
No, he ain't never show up at no Drew League.
Hold on. Wait, this is the information age. Hold on.
Oh man, I remember that summer. The lockout summer. He was all over the place putting 50 on motherfuckers' heads, man. Shout to Bags, man. I don't know what kind of motherfucker. Hey, Bags, chime in, man. Cause he was going everywhere, just putting 40, 50, 60 on them. Dykeman, Barry, man, everywhere, man. He just was
That
like,
lockout year, yeah, that
man, he
lockout
was
year.
thrashing motherfuckers, man. He was like, man, yo, he was thrashing. He was playing everywhere.
And like,
John Wall, KD and John Wall versus Harden and DeMar DeRozan in the Drew League. Oh no, wait a minute. That's the Goodman League versus the Drew League. I remember the Goodman, I forgot about the Goodman. The Goodman is the DC League.
that's that. But that's
But hold on. You said a nigga
I
outside.
said Drew League.
Hold on. Kobe ain't from Cali.
Who? Yeah, Kobe played in the record too.
CP3.
I'm pretty sure I saw Devin Booker.
I understand what you're saying. The Drew League is a very California-dominated league.
It is.
It's very California-dominated
but-
league.
But the Rucker is like niggas. That it's like even in New York, it's just a mecca. Niggas gonna come play here before they go to the Drew League. Big
Well, I think they
niggas,
both
big
I
time
think they
niggas.
both on the same level. It's just I think whoever on the East Coast will go play in the Rucker. If you happen to be on the West Coast, you go play in the Drew.
Nah, I think that I'm saying I think
Kinda
the-
everybody plays.
Nah, I
Everybody
think, I
plays
think
the
it's a
Rucker.
little flip though because I think the Rucker it's going through its little phase where it gotta get back,
see, like-
and it's because I think like you said, motherfuckers don't got respect for the New York baller no more. So they not respecting. They
They
not
lost
even.
respect for New York basketball.
They not even respect. They
I
not
saw
even
that shit,
respecting Rucker Park.
I saw that shit.
You
'Cause
got
like you said,
They respect the park, but they don't respect.
but I'm just
them
saying-
motherfuckers will go. Niggas will go
Shout
there
out Van
just to show
Jones.
out.
Nah, I'm just saying, like you just said two names that I had to even think. Do you think Chris Paul played at the Rucker?
No, I don't
That-
ever
you see what
remember
I'm
Chris
saying?
Paul playing.
You see what I'm saying? Do
Nah.
you think that's you know what I'm saying?
I don't ever think he
But-
was in New York though. You feel
No,
what I'm
it
saying?
ain't about being in New York.
Kinda, or in the
That's
surrounding
summertime. That's
area.
summertime ball. Ain't
Yeah,
no-
but if I'm out west, if I live in Cali, I may not fly all the way across the country to go play in the Rucker when the Drew League is 20 minutes away. They both just as good to me.
But it just crossed my mind. Like, I would think Chris Paul would have been a nigga that played at Rucker Park.
To me,
Oh shit, yeah, fucking
He played
Isaiah
at Rucker
Thomas,
Park?
Nate Robinson, that motherfucker.
They
That
from
team.
Cali.
Nah, Nate Robinson.
Well,
not
they from
Cali.
they from Washington, Seattle. They from the
that's
same
what I'm
hood. They
saying.
probably had a team. Jamal Crawford. They probably had a team.
yeah.
Frank Nitty is like the Drew
That
League
nigga's
Jordan.
like a Don Gaga out there,
Frank Nitty.
man.
You got Trey
Yeah.
Young playing the Drew League. That's a nigga from Minnesota. That nigga from where? Minnesota? Is it Minnesota?
Oklahoma.
I'm sorry, Oklahoma.
Him and how the fuck is you a black nigga in Oklahoma, man? That was
Rudy not from Cali, is
His
he?
dad,
Rudy from B-More.
his dad played for Oklahoma.
Oh, okay, all right.
His dad played basketball for Oklahoma.
I was hey.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. CP3 did play the Drew League. CP3, D
No,
Wade.
that's what he said. The Drew League. I said.
Yeah.
Rucker.
CP okay.
I wonder
All right.
if the CP3 ever played in the Rucker.
Nah, I don't remember that. I definitely don't remember that. Look, Hezzy guy goes crazy at the Drew, 39 points in 15 minutes. It be motherfuckers, man, you know what I mean? It be motherfuckers getting busy, man. That's why I love them joints, man. Them motherfuckers is crazy, man. You catch a motherfucker like Lou Will down there, they can see you 60, man. They give you 60 in the motherfucking
If I'm
Drew League.
mistaken, they was like Isaiah Thomas that put down like 50 out there.
Yeah, nigga, man. Shit, he was doing that in the league.
put down like 50.
But at the end of the day, man, yo, man, tune into that 30 for 30, man.
Yes.
On that N1 joint, man, it was a movement, man. You had to be there. You had to be there.
Yeah.
You definitely
You
had
to be there.
That shit
Especially in
was
open
fun.
run. We had a couple niggas from in the city, man, that showed up in them open runs, man. I remember Ryan Smith was a big name in them open runs, wasn't he?
Okay.
Back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, man. Ryan Smith was heavy in them open runs, if I'm not mistaken. He was
Shout out Smitty.
he was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing in them open runs. You know what I'm saying? But that was a hell of a time, man. Them niggas had some of the most amazing motherfuckers, man. Like some of them niggas, man, like Main Event, man, and motherfucking Helicopter.
The main
Them
event.
motherfuckers was fucking like David Copperfield. Like, damn, man, the human motherfucker could do that shit, man. That shit was
Remember that nigga
incredible.
did a 720, nigga.
That shit was crazy, man. In a
Yo.
game. In a game. Now, mind you, granted, they let him go, but damn, in a game, the fuck, bro? Incredible, man. Shout out to them bros, man. That
Matter
whole
of fact,
fucking
Main
shout
event passed away, if I'm
Shout out to
mistaken,
the
man.
shout out to the ankle length shorts, man, and the whole swag of the
man.
N1 movement, man. That
Half
was a
man,
hell of a
half
movement,
amazing.
man.
Yeah.
was
Oh
a hell
yeah.
of
Will,
a-
Senior
yeah.
Willie. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Senior Willie, half man, half
Hell of
amazing.
a movement right there, man. That's gonna be must see TV. Oh yeah, it's another joint out tonight, man. That's
What's that?
major, man. Bob Brown's documentary, man. B. Brown.
Oh, Bobby
Brown.
Breakin.
Bobby
yeah.
Brown, man.
You know
Bobby,
a
the
popular
king of
misconception
R&B.
out there, man. A lot of people like to think that Bobby Brown turned Whitney onto that bullshit. That's just not true.
For those that know,
you know, so that's just not true.
for
man.
those that know,
Bob had his own demons. I put it like that. Bob had his own demons, but he ain't put Whitney on to that. Shout out to Pusha T's album cover.
oh shit.
Yeah, they,
Not the Pusha T album cover.
yeah, they just enhance each other's demons.
Yeah, man. They was
They
like,
just
they was
enhance
like,
each other's demons.
that was just that was like a
When you
mom.
got
was
somebody
right.
that you love,
Right.
that do the same shit you do,
They was right and wrong for
Man,
each other.
yeah. can't
Yeah, like
nobody
you said,
tell
they
you
ran
nothing.
over each other, man.
That's can't nobody tell you nothing. Shit.
That was
At
his baby.
last, we can share everything.
Yup.
That was his baby, man.
Everything.
Hey, yo, it was a story I heard Bob told himself. He said, yo, Whitney Houston was constipated. He said he stuck his whole hand in her ass and pulled that turd out. I said,
That's what you gotta do.
that's motherfucking love, man.
That's what you gotta do.
Just
lay
give
on
me
your
some milk
side.
of magnesia or something, man.
Gotta lay on your side, motherfucker. Gotta stick a pinky in that motherfucker to help you out.
A what? Stick a what?
A pinky in that motherfucker to help you out.
Ungloved?
Get it started.
Ungloved or no? Ungloved?
I don't know. It ain't never happened to me.
Look. Oh, well, that ain't never
Nah, I
happened.
see
Is
my,
that
my
right?
people's had to have it done. Shout out.
Oh, shit.
Rest in peace, B. Ribs.
Oh,
But yeah, his wife at the time had to do it to him, you know, because he was fucked up. He couldn't shit. He was shit for like 4 days.
Hey, man.
She had to lay
Very
that
glad
nigga on his
that's not my
side.
problem.
She
I
had to
shit
lay
every-
that nigga on his
I shit every
side.
3,
You know
4,
she was a
5
nurse.
hours.
I'm pretty regular.
You know she is a nurse. His wife was a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Shout
Keisha.
out to the nurses out there, man. Shout out to all them
Yeah,
nurses
man.
out
Yo,
there.
yo,
Yo, this
what's
what you
living?
gotta do. Lay on your side and
Man, I couldn't imagine.
Let's get this train moving, huh?
I couldn't imagine, man. I couldn't imagine.
Me either, man.
Hey.
I ain't never really had that problem being
Nigga.
constipated, man.
I gets busy.
I'm pretty regular around
I
my
ate a burger, nigga, in about 20 minutes. It's coming back.
It's coming on
I gotta
back.
get that motherfucker back. Tasted good, though. Tasted good going down. I gotta get that motherfucker back to the streets.
Yeah, man. Shout out Bobby
Lit-
Brown, though, man.
Literally, yeah. Watch that Bob
Yeah,
Brown
shout
shit
out
on tonight,
Bob,
man.
man.
I'm gonna go home tonight, man, and watch the replay of that jar, man. And you know, but on another note, man, tomorrow morning I got a checkup, man. And, it's one of them things, man. It's a prostate checkup.
Hey,
It's a prostate checkup, man. So,
yo, man.
you know,
Can we talk to our brothers out there, man, about health?
listen. At the end of the day, man, like, only because I'm predisposed to the shit that, you know, I can make jokes about it and everything, man. But on a serious note, you know, we need to really, really take that serious, man, because as a black community, man, we are very, very susceptible to prostate cancer, man. And a lot of people have prostate cancer in their family and they predisposed and they don't know. But yeah, tomorrow morning, man, I get subjected to this bullshit. Next week, I will tell you about my journey, you know, if it was a pleasant one or not. Now, if you don't hear me talk about that shit, then you know what happened. me and the doctor had a little, you know, little rift.
Hey.
We moved some furniture. I moved some furniture in that motherfucker. I moved some furniture in that motherfucker. But yeah, I got a female nurse, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Well, you know, at least
shouldn't be too bad.
You can feel a little bit different about it, you know.
Hey man, keep your boy in mind tomorrow morning, man. Keep your boy in mind tomorrow morning, man.
Hey,
yo,
I mean? I want to talk to our brothers out there, though, man, that refuse to like get proven medical procedures, you know, done to their bodies in certain vulnerable areas. You know what I'm saying, man? We gotta stop acting like you're less of a man if somebody got to do something to any part of your body. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, I want to live to be live a long life. I want to see my kids grow up and have kids, and their kids have kids. All of that shit, man. And one of the ways I can do that, man, is preserving myself with good health. And if that may be the motherfucking issue,
says the nigga sitting on the panel drinking and smoking and shit, but we're gonna ignore that.
Look, man, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but you know what I'm saying? That part, man, it'd be a little bit easier, you know what I'm saying, for me to identify the problem with smoking than it would be in my prostate. So somebody else got to go in there and figure that out until I get a motherfucking rubber motherfucking neck and I can look at my own ass and I know what the fuck's going on. Until then, I got to leave it up to the professionals.
Oh Lord.
So moving on, man. Moving on. So look, moving on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some shit, man. We got the NBA Finals going on, man. We got the NBA Finals popping off, man. Hold on, man. Let us really get into this shit, man, because you know we live it. We live this shit, man. We really do this shit. This NBA Finals shit, all that, man. So let's get into this shit. I happen to love this shit. So if you're a young viewer, man, this was our NBA on NBC. This is what we grew up with, man. So we're gonna rock out how we rock out.
Mike,
I bite on my hoes like Marv Albert.
Oh man, live from Phoenix, Game 6. We have the Phoenix Suns against the Chicago Bulls. I used to love that shit.
Let's get into
it.
Fuck that. Let's get into it. Who you got?
Well,
first off, tell me about the series. Let's talk about the series first and foremost. How each team got here. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's talk about how each team got here. Then we're gonna progress to boom.
Okay. Well, if each team took sort of kind of parallel but different paths. One sort of kind of was predicated on offense and structure and movement and just being a more poised team at times. And the other team actually put the grind on people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who's that?
That would be Boston. You know what I'm saying? They put the grind on people. So this is going to be a real interesting series where you got one of the better offensive teams against one of the better defensive teams. It's like the inevitable meets the immovable. Something got to give. And when you're dealing with human beings, I like to think there's going to be ebbs and flows, ups and downs. It's just going to be exciting to see. Now, I'm a person that I say defense is a little overrated, per se. Individual defense is definitely overrated. But there's a team out there in Boston Celtics. They play some pretty damn good team defense. And that's what really counts. You know what I'm saying? Not a real individual, even though it don't hurt to have the Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart.
Like you always say, fuck the Defensive Player of the Year. I go somewhere else and get buckets.
Right, you know, but not just having the defensive player of the year, also having 4 other formidable, connected defenders out there. Probably I'm pretty sure this is going to be Golden State's toughest out, just because they're in the finals, but they're playing one of the best, if not the best, defensive team out there. With that being said, I think now's the time for one Wardell, Stephen Curry to step to the forefront.
Okay. Thoughts, bro. Thoughts. Let's go, man.
Man. It's gonna be a good series, man.
Why? Tell me why.
I think they match up evenly. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Hold on, my fault. I'm sorry. I gotta do this real quick. I don't mean to interrupt. Hey man, little moment of silence, man, for one of the originals from around the way, man. Shout out to E. Marv, man. Funeral services will be held this week. The right funeral home. Little quick moment of silence, man, for E. Marv, man. E-Way original, man. Love you, boy. Shout out to his peoples, man, his kids, his whole family, man. Condolences from the Fire and Ice crew for the brother E. Marv, man. Let's go. I'm sorry, but my bad.
like I was saying,
It just
man,
hit me. My bad.
I think they match up pretty evenly. You know what I'm saying? As far as they can go small, both could go small. Whereas though it ain't really, you know what I mean, they really don't have to stray away from what they do. They both can play at their strengths and just see who wins. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's gonna be a good series, man, because and they were ranked 1 and 2 in defense. So don't sleep on the Warriors defense.
Right, I can't sleep on
about
that.
defense, you know what I mean? They was ranked 1 and 2 in the playoffs in defense.
I'm gonna say this, that the one thing that sticks out to me about this is how they both got here. You know, one is more of an experienced bunch that has been through these wars, knows how to close out, knows how to navigate these playoffs. You know, it's old hat for one team. On the other hand, you got another team who could very well be, if things continue to go their way, new guard. Not a little rough around the edges, you know, but is this what we could consider the early stages of part of their journey? You know what I mean? Because we've seen great teams and how the journey starts. You know, you got to learn how to win somewhere. You know, they have an interesting stat that they are undefeated in bounce back games that they lost.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at that through two lenses. You can look at that as not being able to close someone out, or you can look at that and say responding to the moment. So it just depends on what lens you want to look at that through.
True.
But with each team, I see one thing. I see a lot of similarities. Like y'all said, there's a lot of similarities. Both teams have a guy.
Mm-hmm.
They have a guy that can go nuclear. Okay? Both teams have a second underrated, very, very, very clutch guy. Both teams have a third X factor guy. Mm-hmm. And then both teams have a fourth guy that is extremely important.
Right.
You know what I mean? That does a lot of the things. You know what I'm saying?
Who you talking about?
So if we're talking number one guy for the Golden State Warriors, I'm talking Steph Curry. Number one guy for the Celtics, I'm talking, of course,
JT.
Mm-hmm.
the Brotherhood. Let's go.
Gotcha.
Let's go. Number two guy, we talking, of course, Klay Thompson as for the incumbent favorite champ, and then we got Jaylen Brown. As far as third guy, we talking Draymond Green. To me, the third guy for the Celtics is one Al Horford.
That's
To me.
interesting. That's interesting.
To me, the third guy is Al Horford. The X factor for both teams, Jordan Poole. The X factor for the Celtics, Marcus Smart. Then let's dive a little deeper. Let's dive a little deeper.
You know what's the name with the second leading scorer in this last series, right?
You gonna say Jared Boone?
Nah.
Who?
Andrew Wiggins.
Let's get to Andrew Wiggins. Because Andrew Wiggins is another, to me, a guy that he's that other guy. Just like Derek White is that other guy for the Celtics. So both teams, in my opinion, they're all loaded. They're loaded. These are two very well equipped teams to play in the finals. They're gonna get a lot of rest. They both gonna get healthy. It's gonna be and here's the thing. Look up the matchups, the regular season matchups between the Celtics and the Warriors. You may be surprised at who is the better team in those matchups, and it's been the Celtics. It's been the Celtics.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why. Because the Celtics are a team that has all the components that give the Warriors problems. Will that translate into a championship? We don't know. But what they have is they have toughness, interchangeability, and like you said earlier, hive mind. They're one. It's not just one great defender. It's 5 solid defenders that feed off that one great defender.
Discipline.
So it's a hot discipline, switching, talking, communication. And with a team that runs a lot of different splits like the Warriors do, the Warriors predicate themselves on taking advantage of your mental breakdowns and your defensive sets. So when the Warriors run multiple dribble handoffs and screens and pin downs and flares, how disciplined can you be in not only just your 24-second shot clock, but in your, let's say, an offensive rebound and your 14-second shot clock? How disciplined can you be? Or is everybody going to stay on the string for at least 2 minutes against the Warriors? That's the key. Can everybody on that team stay on the string for at least a minute and a half against the Warriors? And that's what it's going to take. And it's going to take a lot of runouts, transition buckets, because you do not want to face, like you said, that underrated Warriors defense. You don't want to face that set revamped Hampton 5 Warriors defense, because it's still the same. They revamped the pieces a bit. They got the new age Iguodala. They got the new age Livingston.
Shit, they already have the old age Iguodala.
But I'm saying.
What's the name back? Gary Payton.
Gary Payton is back.
Okay, that's what's. I'm glad to see him.
And they're
back,
working
man.
they're working a new piece in. So how's that going to factor in? This is a beautiful series, folks. Because
we ain't even discounting that Boston can't turn the ball over 25.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
the
not. If they turn the ball over fucking
with the ball
15 times against the Warriors, nigga, you're going to be down by 30.
They reckless with the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Now hold on. Now let's say this. Now let's. So is that the biggest story of the series? Boston's turnover issues? Could that be the undoing?
Could be.
It's the turnovers. And going into the finals, you have to find out the hierarchy, man.
I think they found it out though. That's the reason. That's the reason they hot now.
Marcus Smart shooting 20 times a game. You can't figure the
I don't
hierarchy.
think Marcus Smart shooting 20 times.
I'm not.
Look it up.
Let's see.
What
What exactly do you want me to look up?
How many times he shot in the last 2 games? Game 6 and 7. Just look it up.
He took an exorbitant amount of shots.
Just
But they
look it
were,
up.
but that's because the defense
dictated him.
That's because the defense. That's because the defense. You shooting them for a reason. That's because the defense won you.
Game 5 and willed them to that win, and now y'all need me to take shots.
I think that's how it. Because if you look at the Miami game, those were shots that were manufactured by Jason Tatum and in the ball rotation. You're open for a reason, son. You're open for a reason. They want you open. You're open for a reason, right? So we want you taking those shots.
It's not the same Marcus Smart. They don't want you open like that. It's not. He's not the same.
Who do you want
Smart.
open? Who you want open?
We gonna swing it to it and get the Al Horford. You see, he was the one jacking up all the threes, missing them. He was the one open.
Marcus Smart.
Al Horford was the one open.
Let the record reflect that Marcus Smart missed. Marcus Smart went 0 for 5 in the last, I think it was 3 minutes of the Miami Heat game. He went 0 for 5. That was by design by the Miami Heat.
Right.
Because in the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they blitzed Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to get the ball out of their hands into other guys. And the other guy happened to be Marcus Smart. Now, mind you, in the Milwaukee Bucks series, he had a great series. Those same shots, he knocked them down. The fact of the matter remains is, can he be consistent in his outside shooting to make them pay for what Golden State's going to do? Now, I honestly don't think Golden State's going to do any trapping. Golden State has that much confidence in their defense where they're not going to do too much trapping. They're not. They're just not. They're going to trust their one-on-one defense, their rotating defense. They're not going to double anybody. They don't have that much respect for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
They have enough.
They have enough.
They have a healthy.
But not.
respect,
They're not going to compromise their base defense.
They got more confidence that Wiggins and Clay can stop them. Stop both of them too.
Right. which means to me that there's not going to be any half court trapping or none of that. Shit, they didn't even do that to LeBron James at his peak. They didn't even do that to LeBron James. They just said, fuck it. Iguodala, you got him. Whatever happens, happens. Now when he gets to the paint, we may double. But let's see if these young niggas can deliver.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good series, man. You got a confident Kevon Looney playing at an all-time high right now.
Who we got? Who we got, man? We making official Fire Nights picks, man. Who we got? Who we got?
Man, I got the Warriors in 6.
Okay.
I got the Warriors in 6.
Okay. Who you got?
Come on, man. Come on, man. You got to go before me, man.
Okay, well, I do not think me and Iceman, we on one tonight. I got the Warriors in 6.
I got the Warriors in 6.
Homer City. Homer City. I got the season 7, man.
Ooh.
I got the season 7.
Winning it on Golden State.
I got the season 7, man. I ain't gonna play it safe. I got the season 7. Now, let me say this. I'm gonna preface it by saying this. By no means do I think that this is over with, because I think these two
ain't even
teams
started yet.
I think these two teams very well may see each other again. I think Golden State's not going nowhere, and I don't think the Celtics going nowhere.
And also let me say this too. Even like you said, Golden State has a lot of championship experience.
Moxie.
Please let the record reflect that the Boston Celtics have this.
Yes, 0 players with finals experience.
Right, but they've been to 3 of the last 5 Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? So
that's battle tested.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. They're
battle tested. Toughness.
Right, you know. So that's a build in itself. That was actually how it used to go back in the days. It was like you didn't really just come on the scene. You know what I'm saying? You go from worst to first. No, it didn't really go like that. You had to really earn your stripes in the old NBA. You know what I'm saying? You get in the playoffs, and then you get to the next round, then you get to the championship or something, then you win it. You know, they've been there quite a few times. You know, a couple times people just said, oh man, when they're young, they're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? But like, I want to say the two main players, what? 24 and 25, something like that? 25, 26?
Both of them are under 26 years old.
Right, and this is their first championship and their 3rd Eastern Conference Finals.
And they're battle tested to a degree, not necessarily now relative to Golden State. They're not battle tested in that manner.
Right.
But they're battle because when you're talking about a team that's been what's this their 4th, 3rd Eastern Conference Final?
That's what I was saying.
That's kind of,
and that's in the last 4 or 5 years. And it's because of these.
Now,
guys.
if we talking, are we talking talent or are we just talking results? If we talking about talent, then it's even. If we talking about results, it's very lopsided.
What
Talent wise?
Well, no. What I was saying was they haven't experienced. They don't have championship experience,
No.
but they do have. They have been through the grind the last couple.
Yes.
Like the last 5 years, they've been a team. If it ain't Milwaukee, like man, Boston, man, let the record reflect.
We just
it
got a
beats
little
some
caught up. We
motherfuckers.
just got a little caught up in the change in coaching and a couple superstar moves. But for the like, let's not forget that, you know, although they had Kyrie Irving that year and he was leading them, when he went out, they went to the conference finals.
Right.
So, you know, you push Brad Stevens up into the management office and you hire, shout out to Ime Udoka, man, who pounded me along on a nightly basis. That nigga was winning no matter what. He was winning.
So that count?
To me, that count. Yeah, that
What count?
Because you walk into the stadium and you
No,
relax.
I'm talking about that Eastern Conference. We counting that. So when niggas
Well,
talk
no,
I
about,
mean, I know.
relative. Let me explain. Let me explain.
nah, because I was just gonna say, because when niggas talk about the championship, niggas talk about LeBron and them in the bubble. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals in the bubble.
Right. What I'm saying is, in totality, for these guys to be so young, they've been to 3 of the last 5. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like that counts for
They understand
something.
pressure to a degree.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They don't have, like I said, they don't
pressure.
have championship experience or felt championship pressure, but they felt everything that you could feel up to that.
All it takes is one championship game to be like, oh, okay, this is what it's hitting for.
Right.
Now, if you built for this, then you like
Right.
the
We're gonna
adaptability
see. Right.
kicks in. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, all right, so this is the level we playing on. All right, let me raise it to that.
I got that.
We'll know real quick. We'll know quick because one thing I can say about this playoffs, and it's probably, I know you guys can attest to this, is that this playoffs has been weird in that there's been an unusual amount of blowouts and like
True.
no contest by the third quarter. You know what I mean? Like,
Because we was watching a whole bunch of teams that it wasn't that good that made it to the playoffs.
Well, half the NBA makes it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
so.
for the most part, yeah.
But
We
but
was
but
watching a whole bunch
but,
of
But it hasn't been very many.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
many
in
close
every
games?
series, in almost every series,
I
in
challenge
all
y'all.
rounds, there's been blowouts.
I challenge y'all.
What's that?
Give me 3 close games this year in the playoffs.
Well,
you can remember those
Just give me 3. Just give me 3.
I gave the first 3 Nets games.
I was
The
gonna say,
Celtics games. The
those
first
games
3.
was
They was all
close.
close.
yeah, but I would say
They
that was the
all
only
they was all 1 or
series.
2 point games.
That was the only
the
series
one.
that was you know that people say, oh,
Nah,
that was close.
the
Every other
games-
series was
nah.
like people was getting blown out and all of that kind of
Alright.
shit. All the other just about all the other
Some of them
series.
Some of those games, Memphis and Golden State was close until John got hurt. A lot of them was close.
And then they started getting stomped the fuck out.
You know what I'm saying? Until
those
John
count
got
too.
hurt. It was, you know what I mean?
Them getting blown out count too.
They even blew, yeah, they even blew him out one time when Ja was out. You know what I mean? They blew the, well, they, you know what I mean? They took everybody out, but
They
it been
won
a
by
lot-
like
There's been a lot of
50.
blowouts in
It's
these
been a lot.
playoffs.
Man,
It's
what
been
they
a
beat 'em by like
lot of
50?
bullshit games. But as we say, were teams that good? Was Phoenix? Was Memphis really Memphis? Was Dallas really Dallas? We know Denver wasn't Denver with the injuries they had. You know what I'm saying?
So let's dive into that
Well,
a little. Before we get
Utah, we know what they gonna bring you
So
every
what?
year.
So let me ask you a question. Because it's funny that you talk about injuries, man. And
Go
I
there.
kind of looked into
Go
some
there,
shit.
yeah.
And you know, a lot of motherfuckers say, well, you know, older players this, older players that. The consistency of older players playing 82 games, or let's say 75 or better, was a normal thing.
Something like that.
120.
Damn, man.
I'm sorry,
That nigga,
220. My bad, 220.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
220.
that's about right.
220.
Yeah, that might
220. George Gervin never played less than 75 games in a season.
Okay.
You talk about a motherfucker like Alex English, right?
Mm-hmm. One of my guys. Gracie Chuck.
That was for an 8-year period, averaged 25 points a game or better. Plays 75 games or better. Mike, MJ. Aside from his injury year, plays 75 games or better. So while you have people that say, okay, this era of athlete, more talented, more skilled, more athletic, and also more fragile.
Yeah, I'm saying not more durable.
The durability is an issue. What is that? What is that? Speak to that. What's that? What is that?
To me, I actually think that these players these days, and the only thing, I ain't got no real data or nothing like that, but it just seems like y'all might be working out too much. But even then, you know, I mean, like, you can have your body in shape, and then you can just chill. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the playoffs has somebody hurt. Everybody.
There's some significant
you know what I'm
absences.
saying? Like, everybody.
There's some all-pro absences in the
Niggas didn't
playoffs.
start sitting out games really like that off of besides real injuries until what year? What year did Miami play the Heat? The second time. What year was that?
You mean the Spurs played the Heat?
Oh yeah, the Spurs played the Heat.
I'm not
so he
sure.
mentioned it. He did mention it. Okay.
When with the
So this
second?
is your boy fault.
Yeah, the second.
So this pop fault?
Yeah, because the first time leading up to that first championship, LeBron and them played games.
Yeah.
They rocked. Leading up to that. But the thing was, we didn't rock.
Greg Popovich
We didn't rock.
What I remember is Tim Duncan is the father of that.
We didn't rock.
I mean, I'm not saying Popovich was the father, but Tim Duncan was
So
the
you hold
one.
a load management.
Yeah, that was where it came from. That was
San
where it came
Antonio
from.
That's
Spurs
where it came
is the
from.
load management
That's
pioneers.
where it came from, because we had a system in place. No matter who was playing,
Yup.
we were going to win games. So, boom. All we need y'all for the playoffs. So we can sit Timmy out this road trip.
Yup.
He can play next road trip. We're going to sit
Yup.
Manu out. We had a
Yup.
system in place.
Yep.
You know what I'm
had
saying?
12 motherfuckers who played any
But
motherfucker with something like.
until the Heat played us and realized, oh, they fresh. LeBron and them was so tired and all that. Oh, they fresh.
To
Oh,
piggyback on your
that
point,
next season, LeBron and D Wade and them started sitting games out.
to piggyback on your point, that was I want to say that was a series that LeBron caught the cramps and shit. Yeah, he caught the cramps and all that. Like, God damn, you know, I'm fucked up against the Spurs. Then like, damn, Kawhi Leonard on my ass. He on my ass. On my ass.
They
Like,
started that shit.
entering the game, Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah,
LeBron
that means
said,
sitting
damn.
wasn't nobody sitting out. Niggas was really hurt, or they was sick, or it was really an injury, and they probably took longer to come back. But niggas was really hurt. It wasn't just I'm sitting out, I'm taking
Pop was
breaths.
doing that. She
Oh,
started
rest.
that shit
Pop
with
started
Tim
that.
Duncan and Manu.
Pop
The
started that.
2012 final.
Yeah.
He
This
started
is the
doing
2012
that,
final.
man.
Niggas wasn't taking no rest before then.
He was doing
I
that,
bet
that
you
whole
but
season.
up to that finals. I bet you LeBron was playing 68 to 82 games a year.
2012. Let's look. That's an interesting point. That's the 2012 year, the
Yup.
cramping year. So let's look at that.
Niggas wasn't.
Let's look at that.
Man,
Let's look at that.
LeBron went and got a cryogenic chamber. He went and got the.
No, I'm not. No, this is in no way, shape, or
He had
form
tried out a
to
paleo
diminish
diet.
the legacy of LeBron James, but it's just the whole load management thing and missing games. It's interesting. So let's take a look. So let's look at this. Games played. 2003, 2004, LeBron James played 79 games. 2004, 2005, 80 games. 2005, 2006, 79. Then we got 78, 74, 81, 76, 79. 2011, 2012, interesting. He played only 62 games.
That's when them niggas started resting. They had to rest because you was playing against a team that was resting in stars. We not getting beat up 82 games. Tim Duncan
So
wasn't
it's
getting
interesting.
beat up.
It's interesting that you would say that because let's look at the subsequent years. 2012, 2013, 76 games. Then we went to 76. Then he went to 69. 76, 74. 2017, 2018 with Cleveland when he was by himself, he played 82 games. But then he went down to 55, 67, 45, and 56. So is it wear and tear or is it just maintenance?
Well, I think it's wear and tear on him, man. It's only so long you're gonna be Superman. You know what I'm saying? Now he played a very long time. He's still playing at a high level. It's just now he can't overcome a lot of shit, and plus with load management, he ain't holding up still.
Let's look at Kawhi
He
Leonard
ain't
by
holding up
comparison.
still.
Let's look at Kawhi Leonard by comparison because the whole thing is predicated on we talking about.
It was also
we talking about
Timmy D,
the
too.
quote unquote load management, right? We're talking about load management. First, let's look at Tim Duncan. Let's look at Tim Duncan because Tim Duncan is the prototypical, George Popovich basketball player. That's if anybody is tied to George Popovich.
The funny thing
Greg
is, he
Popovich
might
is
have
Tim
60
Duncan,
something
right?
out 70 games played.
Let's look.
Be like 60 something. 60,
Ironically,
like 60
we got
games.
82. 50 is injury year, 74, 82, 82, 81. So it's interesting that in 2003, 2004, we've got a huge drop off. We got 69, 66, 80, 80, 78, 75, 78, 76, 58, 69, 70. So clearly there is a mechanism because we don't see now. Let's look at comparison as somebody. Let's say the mailman, right?
Okay.
Let's look at the mailman. Let's look at the mailman. Okay. Let's look at the mailman. Let's look at the mailman. Rapists and all. Took a lot of
He said, I'm
Nobody's allowed to mail.
looking for Pocahontas tonight.
All right. So I'm just gonna run the games played year by year. Okay. 76, 82, 82, 80, 82, 82, 82, 81, 82, 82, 82, 82, 82, 81, 49, 82, 81, 80, 81.
Playing every game, man. I'm playing every
That's like
fucking
not
game.
any break, like right?
I'm an asshole. I'm playing every motherfucking game. I'm showing up to every motherfucking game.
Let's look at the quote unquote GOAT.
Who? Air?
And,
Nah,
let's look at the quote unquote GOAT. And I'm just gonna read off the years of games played. Okay, just games played. No context or anything. And you'll know because everybody knows Jordan's second year, he broke his fucking foot and didn't play very many games. Now, games played. 82-18. Everybody knows that's the second year he broke his foot, right?
Mm-hmm.
82, 82, 81, 82, 82, 80, 78. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's full seasons, right?
Pretty much. Close to it. Well, close to it. That's enough games played.
Yeah, that's full season.
Is there some? What's the deal? Is it the training
Well, a
staff?
full season
it
is
just simply-
82 games.
Nah, it ain't even that.
So is that? So can we agree? Can we say this? Can we say that from what we watched because we was there? It's the eye contest, the eye test. We can say the 90s, 80s and 90s more physical era, or you say no, I don't subscribe to that.
Nah, I'll definitely say it was more physical. Yeah.
But I can't say the players are more physical. The game is called the way it's called.
Okay, that's a great point.
I can't say they.
That's a great point.
They punks and all that. Cause
Nah, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about the style of the game.
basketball. They play basketball. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like they ain't always playing the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Where these calls are like that. You know what I mean? So I ain't saying the niggas is soft. It's just that the game is being played. I'm pretty sure all of these niggas can play. That could have played back then. At least could have suited up.
Yeah.
Like,
So the notion that the notion that some of these niggas couldn't go back in the day, to me, is absolutely preposterous.
It's just,
because if you're all-time great, you're all-time great.
Nah, it's just a game change. Cause I catch myself watching. Listen, it's me personally. That's just me personally. I can't see how nobody else play the game, but I could never be dribbling. Just me. I could never be dribbling. And if a motherfucker like bump me, if he don't literally knock me down, I can't. I can't. It's not in me.
Okay.
It's not in me. You know what I'm saying? So
the art of drawing fouls is different.
The game is just different. You know what I'm saying? The whole game is different.
The way it's ripped.
Because,
the way it's called.
Because you might, you know what I'm saying, that nigga see that, so us watching that, one of us like, man, oh, that nigga weak as shit. But no, he's doing that to, you know what I'm saying?
It's a part
like,
of the game.
Yeah, he ain't.
It's a part of the game.
But I just couldn't see me personally dribbling the basketball and someone, because I've been D'd up real aggressively before, and I never
by
said.
Who? By some of the.
By you guys sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I never was like, you know what I'm saying? Foul.
It's not a referee there, though. You know what I'm saying?
But we still call foul.
We did. We called foul.
We still call foul.
It was more or less like, hold, fam. Come on, man.
It had to be a foul.
It was like, hold, come on, fam.
You know what I'm saying? It had to be a foul. Like it's just the game is just orchestra different. You know what I'm saying? The play.
We got Golden State Warriors. We got Golden State Warriors in 6. I got the C's in 7.
Okay. We a couple of them, man.
Major homer moment for your boy. I'm letting you know, cause I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm with any Duke nigga, so Jason Tatum is my second favorite player in the league.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
Niggas say LeBron soft. You don't think LeBron could have played with?
LeBron would have fucking dominated in the 80s, 90s. I don't fucking nigga, none of these niggas say.
But why?
What the fuck you mean? That nigga would have dominated.
But we had touched on it. But we had touched on it.
He would have adapted. All right, well, y'all ain't calling this shit? I can play football? I'm ready to run everybody over, nigga. Nigga, I'm 270. Fuck you mean? I'm gonna get this shit off the glass and I'm gonna run everybody over. I'm gonna run everybody over.
They say he's soft though. He wouldn't have made it with Jordan though.
I'm fucking retarded.
He couldn't play with Larry Johnson and no. We couldn't play with those guys.
Fuck what y'all talking about. Giannis, dominate. Embiid, dominate. Steph Curry, dominated.
You think Embiid and them would dominate?
Dominate.
With the centers that was back then?
Because they got the skill level and they got this. He got this. Yeah. I'd fuck with Embiid back in the day. Yeah, he would have lasted back then.
I'm saying, yeah, last, but I'm saying you said dominated.
Yeah, I believe
you
so.
think he would have dominated the dream?
I mean, come on, man. You had.
Nah, I'm asking you. No, I'm great. Nah, dog. You gotta be honest though. You said dominated.
Let me put the
disclaimer.
Let me put the disclaimer.
Did he dominate?
Who?
The dream.
Hold up, man.
Where
we going with this again?
I'm asking a question.
Yeah, he dominated.
Okay, so you think Embiid to dominate Patrick Ewing?
Yeah.
Dave Robinson. Shaquille O'Neal.
Maybe. He got a certain skill set that would have hurt. That would have hurt Shaq. Mm-hmm. Certain skill set.
I'm saying it was a lot of guys. That back then it was the scene. Yeah, it was a lot of silly.
But he got a certain skill set that he would survive very well.
Surviving and dominating is two different words.
I'm gonna say okay. So you already said he would have dominated. He would have dominated.
It's two different words. Phil.
He would have been like the Dream, David Robinson. Yes, absolutely. The same skill set is there. Okay. Absolutely. That's what you want me to say? Abso-fucking-lutely. The same skill set is there. Absolutely. No question about it. Giannis, no question about it. No question. Dominated.
I think it's foolish, man. I'm like, everybody.
Dominated.
Everybody
Absolutely.
who's good would be good. You feel what I'm saying? They in any era they played in, whatever. I just thought about this. I was like, why is anybody out here not trying to find the best motherfuckers that can play? Period.
Giannis is a bigger, more physical Kevin Garnett.
So when you find
As crazy as that may
motherfuckers-
sound, bigger, more physical Kevin Garnett, because the mentality is the same. The mentality that fuck you, we dominate you. The mentality is the same. It's the mentality. It's the mentality, bro. It's the mentality. Giannis would have dominated back then.
He more physical than KG.
Yeah. The way he
more
plays.
athletic,
The way he
more
plays.
physical.
The way he plays. It's the way he plays. He seeks contact. Contact doesn't bother him. That nigga the mentality that is he not a dog? Is he not a dog? He's a dog. He's a dog.
was a dog, the Minnesota.
Yeah, he was a dog. I would have loved to see both of them in their prime go at it. I would have loved it.
They say KG was a dog.
That shit would have been beautiful.
A dog.
That shit would have been beautiful to see them two go at it. Beautiful to see them two go at it.
Oh no.
I got that much confidence in y'all.
Probably more athletic than KG.
And I'm not gonna say probably more.
Yeah,
that
he's
nigga
more
is
athletic,
more
he's more
athletic than
athletic.
KG.
I can't
But I
say
know.
physical.
I'm not even looking at the level of
Not
I know
physical.
how Giannis approaches basketball, and the way he approaches basketball is on an extremely physical level. So if I meet another motherfucker as physical as me, it's
You
just
ain't
a
think
matter of
KG
wills.
You ain't get that perception from KG?
Absolutely.
That he looked at basketball on a strictly physical, I'ma dominate you level.
Yup. So that's why I would love to see that matchup.
That's why I said I
love
can't
to see
say
that
more
matchup.
physical. I can say
You
he's
never
more
heard me say
athletic.
more physical. Did you ever hear me say more physical?
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. I said just as physical. Just as physical. The way Giannis approached the game, the way Giannis
You might gotta roll the tape on that.
Okay.
I thought you said more.
Okay.
That's why I
the
said
way
it.
that Giannis approaches the game is from a purely physical aspect. When he looks at Anthony Davis, what does he say? Nigga, I'm gonna dominate you. I'm gonna destroy you. That's a mentality. That has nothing to do with skill. That's nothing to do with anything else but, nigga, I'm better than you, and I'm gonna wear you out. The way he look at Cat Towns when they play him, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna destroy you, my contemporaries. I'm gonna destroy you. So you gotta look at that mentality and say that mentality has to carry. Has to carry. The same way KG mentality carries. KG looked at motherfucking Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki like, I'm gonna dominate you. Did it work out all the time? Maybe not. But the way he carried that into those battles, he carried that into those battles. Tim Duncan wasn't verbal with his level of fuck you. It was all in performance. It was all in performance.
But Tim Duncan didn't go out there and try to physically dominate you like a KG would. KG trying to make you, like he said, man, your girl fed me Cheerios, nigga.
All right? and Giannis gonna say, parlez-vous, what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'll meet you at the rim, motherfucker. I'll meet your little ass at the rim. I'm gonna meet your little ass at the rim. I'm gonna grab this shit off the glass, run with me. And I'll meet you at the rim. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, I would love to see
Embiid,
Giannis play against the Webbers,
Embiid
and all them back in the day,
Embiid
the
is David.
Rasheeds and them. I would love to see him play against them dudes.
I'd love to see all of them play. I would love to see Embiid go against them. Embiid is more Dream, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing type.
I'm talking about
Finesse
Giannis,
with that.
Giannis go against the
Oh, nah, you
Webbers
listen. I'm
and
fucking
the-
with
and,
Giannis. I fuck with Giannis.
and those dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The Webbers.
Weber was
and the
tough.
Rasheeds and the Rasheed Wallace.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say I don't think they could fuck with. I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. Weber, Rashid, them guys you just named, I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. I don't think they could. I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. I don't. And I seen them guys in real time. In real time. I seen them guys. I seen them.
I see them too.
Yeah, I don't think they could fuck with him. I don't think they could fuck with Giannis. I just don't. I don't think they can fuck with Giannis.
What I will say is a lot of those guys will be getting theirs on Giannis as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he can physically dominate. I don't know if he would be able to physically dominate the historic player like he physically dominates today's players. I think he'll still be good, but I think since the game was a little bit more physical, defense.
You gonna tell me Skinny Shaq ain't gonna put the work in on these niggas, man?
Who?
Skinny Shaq get busy, man.
Nah, but
Skinny
there
Shaq
is
get busy, man.
but there is something to say too. Man, these guys dominating them is one thing. Y'all going toe to toe, that's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, how it was back there. And you know what I'm saying?
That's the norm, toe to toe.
Yeah, but that's what I said. When you said
yeah.
dominate, dude, that's a strong word.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say he would be an all-star. He would be a first team, second team all-star in the league.
Because like you said, I consider my boy good. My boy wasn't dominating
Who?
niggas though. David
David
Robinson. He wasn't dominating niggas.
Man, look, man. Man. The
Nah,
numbers, the numbers speak for themselves, though.
Nah,
but you got to understand, he was a unique. Okay, so let's preface this. When you an MVP level motherfucker, right? When you an MVP level caliber motherfucker, right?
Oh, let me just ask you this before you even start there. Before this year, was Giannis dominating this league? I mean, was Embiid dominating this league?
I'm gonna say no. No. Embiid been dominating the league for a strong 2 years, I'm gonna say. Because sometimes you just gotta come to the realization that I'm really that good. I'm really that good. That happens.
All right, go ahead, continue.
That happens.
And like you were saying, like there's a mentality or whatever, like whoever, like when people say, oh, they wouldn't be able to be this good in this era or whatever, I'm like, man, stop it, it's nonsense. These are the best people from these eras, you know, and
yeah, I think they'd be good all eras if you
yeah,
good.
if you good, you're
Nigga, if
good.
you legendary, man, for the most part, man, you like, let's just, if because one thing that translates over eras is mentality and skill level. So if you got both of them, it's gonna translate. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's mentality and skill level. So let's look at some numbers here. Let's look, because I always my thing is, I always like to look at a 5-year period of dominance. What is your best 5-year?
Man, I like to look at everything.
I know you do. I know you do. But let's look
counts.
at your best 5-year run. What the fuck did you do when you was at your peak? Let's look at this. So we look at David Robinson.
Okay.
Very low fanfare. But let's look at this. 24.3 points per game. 25.6 points per game. 23.2 points per game. 23.4, 29.8, 27.8, 25.0. That stretch of 5 to 6 years.
It's good.
Oh, nigga, you was a problem.
Pretty
You
good.
was a problem.
I can't say that was
You
dominant.
a problem.
I can't say that was dominant.
In 1990, 1991, 92, 90, that is the year of the big man. That's the year of the big man dominance. We're talking about a league leading scorer at the center position at 29.8 points per game. Let's not remember how that year went down. That year went down with him scoring what? 70-some points, with Shaq scoring 60 at the end of the year? That's dominance. That's 93, 94.
No.
That's an MVP year. That's an MVP year.
And that's
because
I'm not sure.
We can put those same numbers to another player and it wouldn't be dominance.
I can put better. We just named two guys. I could put better numbers than that too. Iceman George Gervin and Alex English.
Well, the funny thing is,
7-year stretch more dominant than that as far as numbers were.
Here's the thing I say is dominance.
But we saw it though.
Nah,
I didn't say they was dominant. We never said that Alex English and George Gervin were dominating, right? Right?
Because they wasn't dominating.
Oh, you know why?
They wasn't dominating.
Because why? Because their
because
team.
they wasn't.
This is because the Spurs were at the top of the league. This is
They didn't win any
dominance.
championships in his early days.
This is pushing my team to the top of the league, right? I mean, is that not what that's doing? That's pushing my team to the top of the league, right?
But they wasn't at the top of the league. That's what I'm saying. They, not when he was. He got them championships a little bit later in his career.
So let me. I'm gonna.
And I want to say.
So if a nigga give you those numbers in today's game, is he dominant?
Man, that's like Bradley Beal.
It's funny you should say that. Let's look up Bradley Beal. Because let's compare. Because you said if a nigga giving you those numbers, he's Bradley Beal, right? Let's look at Bradley Beal. Let's see. Because we all about, let's compare. Did Bradley Beal do that? Because that's the question. Did Bradley Beal do that, right? Right?
Right. I guess that's what it is.
Let's see.
I guess that's what it is.
Let's see. Because my thing is all about you got to have a stretch, right? You got to have a stretch of quote unquote optimum performance. And mind you, Bradley Beal is probably right now in his prime, right? He's probably in his prime.
What I'm saying is David Robinson wasn't as dominant as you think. I think your favorite basketball player was the dominant center.
There were multiple dominant players. So let's look at Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is right now in a current run, starting 2017 and 18. 22 points a game, 25 the next year, 30, 31, and 23. So right now, he peaked at 31.3. He sustained what I consider dominance at 25 plus points per game for 3 years. So right now, he's on the downside because right now, he's at 23 points per game.
He's battled a lot of injuries this last couple of years or whatever.
Why would you mention that? Why would you mention
No,
that?
I'm just saying.
But why would you mention that?
He has, and that's probably.
But
why.
we only got what we got is okay. Let me. So let's read off in totality. Because we have to consider that too, right?
That's
His
what
first
I've been
year.
considering the
His
whole
first
time.
year, 13.9. We got 17.1, 15.3, 17.4. Then he jumps to 23.1. Then he dips to 22.6. Then he jumps to 25.6. Then 30.5, 31.3, and then dips down to 23.2. So what would you say about that?
Is that dominance to you?
No.
Me either.
No. He don't even got a 5-year run of 25 plus point per game.
All right, now the player I was thinking of?
Who?
Devin Booker.
Let's go to Devin Booker. Let's go. Dev Booker. I know for a fact Dev Booker probably got 3 years of 25 points per game.
He only been in the league 4. He only been in the league 3.
Hakeem Olajuwon doesn't have those stats. He just went out and dominated. And that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of the stats that David Robinson had, they didn't lead to dominance. That's what I'm saying.
So Devin
Didn't
Booker
lead to
got
dominance.
Devin Booker has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in the league. So let's look at his average. Let's look at his numbers. First year, 13.8 points per game. Second year, 22.1. Third year, 24.9. Fourth year, 26.6. Fifth year, 26.6. Sixth year, 25.6. Last year, 26.8.
Is he dominant?
No.
Those numbers say he's dominant.
No, he's
Is
not.
he dominant?
No.
Is he dominant? He's not.
He's not.
Those numbers say, don't.
If I looked at those numbers, I would say no.
But they better than David Robinson's.
Hold on.
They're not.
They are.
That's
If you look, we talk about numbers. You're not talking about teams. If you're looking at both their numbers,
Well, wait.
Oh, you said look at that number. Oh, I asked you that when I started. I said, when I started, I said, so if we swap the number, the players and the numbers out, would you still say dominant? That's how I started it off.
Here's the difference.
That's how I started it off.
Here's the difference. We saw David Robinson push the Spurs to the top of the league, right? We saw this, and we saw this was a 19-win team just 2 years ago, right? At 26.6 points a game. You're not dominating shit. When you can't when you can't even win in the play-in. We saw that, right?
Oh, see, look, he ready to make me talk dirty about my team.
Yo,
David Robinson didn't get us too far before Tim Duncan, man.
that's what I was saying. I was like, he ain't dominate.
What place
He
were
has
you in?
some great
Struggling to make the
stats.
playoffs, or were you in the playoffs?
We were like
First round, second round, yeah, first round.
That guy wasn't even in the playoffs.
I understand that.
That guy
Neither
wasn't.
one of them.
That man scored 70 points. That man scored 70 points
But
in
neither
one
one
game
of
and
them are.
lost.
But what I'm saying is neither one of them are dominance. You're saying the stats can dictate dominance, and I'm like, we watched the games. I watched the Dream dominate David Robinson. I watched him do that. I watched him. Now the stats is one thing.
So are you saying there can only be one dominant person, or can there be multiple dominant people?
No, it could be multiple because
Yeah.
out of
That's
that
my
era,
point. That's
out
my
of that
point.
era, I think the dominant centers were the Dream and Shaq.
There were multiple dominant players in that league.
Nah, I'm saying, it's niggas that put up numbers. You're not dominant. We just seen a nigga.
So, or is there multiple dominant players in this league right
we
now?
got the number one pick for a reason. He
Because he got hurt.
He got hurt. But we wasn't that good anyway.
Okay.
We wasn't. We actually wasn't.
Okay.
Phil. You know what I mean? Everything came together. You know what I'm saying? At that
I mean,
time.
you lose a guy averaging 25 points a game, and
we went to the
you're gonna
playoffs.
not be dominant.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
Yo, don't get me wrong. We went to the playoffs. We went to the playoffs the year before he got hurt. We went to the playoffs. We had Rod Strickland. It was him. We lost to the Blazers.
Shout out to the original point guard.
We
Rod
lost to the
Strickland.
Blazers. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the original
You know what I mean? We were
nigga with the handles.
But we wasn't Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
Right until Timmy Doug got there.
You know what I mean? He was like, all right, we gonna go there and say that to you. This tall nigga, he gonna give us 25.
Now, mind you, let's not forget.
He might give us 32.
Time out. He was the MVP. He just got outplayed. Let's not let it seem like they won 20 games that year. Y'all was the favorites that year. He just got outplayed by the guy. Another dominant player in that particular era.
Yes.
He was the MVP that year.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is,
What are you saying? What are you saying?
All right, now
Tell me what you saying.
Well, now that you said that there is multiple dominant people, I'm like, all right, cool, I get that. But you saying just off the stats, and I'm like, oh man, we just.
Of course, I'm just
No,
pointing
so
out. What I'm doing is I'm just pointing out a run, man. That's all. I'm just pointing out a run.
What I'm saying is, I'm like, if we want to see or if we want to know who was dominant, we can look at. We saw the game.
we see them.
Right. So I'm saying the most dominant guy was pretty much the dominant guy, and other guys had pretty good nights on other nights. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, no, Hakeem Olajuwon was the dominant guy. Patrick Ewing, pretty good, but I'd see him get dunked on, work off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I never seen you dominate.
You never saw Patrick Ewing dominate?
Excuse me. Not very many times he's, dominating, but early in his
Was the Knicks not a perennial?
Earlier in his career he was dominant, but what I'm saying is at the same time, when you go up against the dominant guy, I'm like, all right, well, he wins. He's the dominant guy. He used to win a lot of the.
Is Steph Curry dominant right now?
He's pretty dominant.
Is
period.
Luka Doncic dominant right now? Is Steph Curry? Wait, you said what? You said pretty dominant. Is Steph Curry dominant right now?
Yeah, he's pretty.
You
dominant.
already said it. I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking my brother. Is Steph Curry dominant right now?
Yeah.
Is Luka Doncic dominant right now?
Not really.
Is Luka Doncic dominant right now?
Yeah.
Is Nikola Jokic dominant right now?
50-50 dominant.
Is Nikola Jokic dominant right now?
Yeah.
Nah,
Is Giannis Antetokounmpo's dominant right now?
Yes.
Is Giannis Antetokounmpo's dominant right now?
Yeah.
Is Joel Embiid dominant right now? Damn, you don't think nobody dominant. Is Joel Embiid dominant right now?
This is what I'm saying.
I'm just, it's yes or no, bro. Just,
Nah, leading up to this year, he wasn't a dominant.
no, I'm talking about right. I said right now. May 31st is Joel Embiid dominant right now. May 31st.
I gotta look at the whole body leading up to May 31st.
Why we gotta look at the whole body?
Because you can't have one dominant season and be a dominant nigga.
Okay, so you're looking at
Man, thank you. And that's why I'm like, yo, man, we
You can't have one dominant
so is Kevin
season.
Durant dominant right now?
No.
Is Kevin Durant dominant right now?
Yes.
Is LeBron James dominant right now?
No.
Is LeBron James dominant right now?
Yes.
Okay, so we have varying opinions here. So you said multiple guys were dominant. You said multiple guys were dominant. Right?
But not very many. But that's what I'm saying. Because dominance ain't just going out, I score 40 and we get to the 6th seed. Nah, it's people out here scoring 40 and being the 1st seed. It's people out here going scoring 40 and winning championships. I'm like, if you dominate, then you dominate.
It in real time though, and you get to see what it look like.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I know in the 80s and 90s when I watched basketball, right? And I'm a little youth and I'm watching these motherfuckers, right? And I said to myself, God damn, nobody can fucking stop Larry Bird. God damn, nobody can fucking stop Magic Johnson.
He dominated.
God damn, nobody can fucking stop Karl Malone. Motherfucking nobody can stop this guy. No.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not very many you naming though. You know what I'm saying? That's like you said Magic Bird. Okay.
And that's why, and that goes back to the fact of the era. And that's the reason why I really don't say my boy is dominant. Because back then, that was a motherfucking, that row of centers.
How the fuck do you win MVP and you're not dominant? That I don't get. I don't get it. You can't win MVP and you're not dominant. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Steve Nash ain't dominate nothing.
Exception to the rule. That's a great That's a great motherfucking point.
That's
a great point.
Time out.
I just said I don't think Nikola Jokic is dominant.
Listen.
You feel what I'm saying?
Why does the exception to the rule have to happen with Steve Nash? Why it didn't happen with David Robinson?
Well, here's the difference.
Or Nikola Jokic.
Here's the difference.
David Robinson was first. Why it didn't happen? Why he wasn't exception to the rule?
Because I watched both of them. And I'm telling you that I feel David Robinson was more dominant than Steve Nash.
And that season, my man won the MVP. Yeah, he killed the NBA.
Now, Here's the thing, though.
He killed the league.
Here's the difference. Now, motherfuckers say David Robinson shouldn't have won MVP because Dream got the best of him in the postseason. Niggas feel like Steve Nash should have never, ever won that MVP. That's the difference. David Robinson earned that shit in the regular season. Niggas never felt Steve Nash should have won that MVP. To this day.
Overall.
Like Deontay Wilder said, to this day. To this day.
Overall, Dream dominated.
Win.
In the 90s.
Wrong. That's wrong, bro. He dominated him in that particular playoffs. He dominated him in that playoffs. He got the best of him. But as far as him nigga, he was the man that fucking year, bro.
Yeah, that year, my man was the dude.
He was the guy.
Dream got a MVP in there too.
He does the very next year. Because you're talking about a run of dominance. That doesn't mean that David Robinson wasn't dominant. That means that was his year. You're talking about a run of dominance.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. 1 year don't make dominance.
So you said David Robinson only had 1 year? Nah, I disagree
Dream was
with
better
that.
more years.
I agree, but that year David Robinson was better. Dream outperformed him. Dream outperformed him.
Yeah, my boy was better
And
that
nine is done. And nine being better for Dream having nine better. See, that's dominant. That's what I'm saying.
Mike outperformed everybody every fucking year.
He was dominant.
And Karl Malone was dominant as fucking well.
You could probably
The 2 years he won MVP, Karl Malone deserved them. He deserved them. It was I couldn't say, oh, well, he didn't. Nigga, Karl Malone deserved them.
Karl Malone was dominant.
Karl Malone deserved. Nigga, do I gotta bring his shit up? No, it's just outlandish.
But you can't.
It's just outlandish.
He averaged no less than 26.
Nigga, it's just outlandish, bro.
I ain't say he wasn't dominant. But you would be going too far if you start counting like, oh man, this guy was dominant, this guy was dominant. Like, oh, somebody was dominant.
Well, no, but it drives you. Yes, but it doesn't mean there was a nigga. Charles Barkley won an MVP the year he won it. But Michael Jordan was still dominant. Karl Malone was still the shit.
That was to this like.
All right, well, okay.
If this guy's dominating.
You want to subscribe to the fact that we can only have one dominant guy and that's it. That's not the case.
We only have a couple. It's only a couple.
But you don't have a fresh. It's not. So who's dominating right now? Who's dominating the league right now?
I say Giannis was dominating.
Pretty much Jordan,
Barkley, Karl Malone.
There's a hierarchy. It's like
Aaron
Jordan is the dominator.
We know. Okay,
that's
we
what I'm
get
saying.
it.
So that's,
we get it. We get it. We know that.
That's it. Those are the guys that you know what I'm saying.
You ain't say nobody.
Maybe Dream. Other than that, other guys had some great stuff, but Dream was the clear best dominating center at center.
We're Fresh. I hate when we get into this because we're talking about two totally different things, Fresh. We're talking about dominant players, and then we're talking about the MVP. Your focus is solely on the most dominant player. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a level of dominance. The all NBA team of guys that could have very well won MVP. There's not every year there's not just one dominant guy, and that's it. Everybody else just peons. That's not the case.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's not what you're saying. That's not what you're
saying. What I'm saying is like, everybody, if somebody's dominating means I get almost every fucking thing. That's what that means, man. So you can't have everybody in the pot dominating. Somebody dominated around this motherfucker.
What you mean got everything?
That's what Aaron Jordan dominated the 90s. When he played, I dominated.
Obviously he didn't because he didn't win every MVP. Obviously he did not.
He should have won a lot more MVPs than he
But did he?
No, he didn't.
But did he? Who won MVPs in the 90s?
A lot of people.
Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, the Dream. Because he was not the only dominant player in the 90s, right?
Right. Him, Karl Malone, because he got a couple, but that's what I'm saying, dominant.
Nigga, if you win two, you a guy. You don't just win two league MVPs, bro.
I said he was
You
dominant.
don't just win two league MVPs, bro.
But if
Am I right or wrong?
But if Aaron got all these rings and all these chips, and then Karl Malone got the rest, other people just had great seasons. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, dog, they're like dominating.
They don't give you MVP at the end of the season, do they? They give it to you in the middle of the season. If you're the champion, then yes, we would only have a very limited number of MVPs. Charles Barkley won MVP because he fucked the league up that year, right? He was the best player and the best team, and they ran roughshod over the league, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucking Karl Malone, two individual
And then they all went up against the dominator.
Okay, so moving on, because we're not going to agree on it. Because foolishly you're going to stick to your point, and we're not even talking about the same thing, right? We're clearly not talking about the same thing, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. We're not even talking about the same thing.
Yo, so let me just ask you this. So, like what you saying is, because you said it was only two people, basically because you ain't named nobody else. And just like me and him is saying when he just asked us how the people we think was dominant, basically he was saying it's like a pecking order. Mm-hmm. You thought Michael Air was the dominant player. You thought Dream was under him. Mm-hmm. Dream is the most dominant until you get the Air. Who's the most dominant until you get the Dream?
Well, it'd probably be Carmelo and Dream.
That's what he was just
asking. That's what I'm saying. So that's
just levels, right?
Right.
But they would be considered. That's the point we just trying to make. They would be considered dominant if it wasn't for this person. They dominated everybody. You would look at them as dominating everybody else in the league. If Air wasn't there, Carmelo would be the dude.
Man, I'm not even saying that. All I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be just one dominant guy. Nigga, other niggas was putting up numbers. That's why you have an MVP race. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why you have an MVP competition. Because there are other players that are dominating.
Oh, I know. That's why when you just said name Jokic and all of them, I think they dominate.
That's why you have an MVP race.
I think they dominate.
Because you got other niggas in the league can't stop. It's not just one nigga in the league that's just the almighty. It's niggas that other niggas can't stop. That's just the bottom line. Listen, you got a handful of niggas every year. So if that's the case, remember, Kobe only won one fucking MVP. Was Kobe not a dominant player in the league? Was he not?
Yeah, he was dominant.
Nigga, Dirk won an MVP. Do you think Kobe wasn't dominating them years? Or Kobe Garnett was dominating them years? You think Tim Duncan wasn't dominating them years? Come on, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We got a motherfucker who's the fucking second leading all-time scorer in the league. He played in a time with Jordan.
Man, I keep saying Carmelo was dominant, man, but everybody...
Yo, look at this run. Look at this run, son. Look at this run.
Man, why you keep bringing up? I keep saying he was dominant, but everybody ain't dominant. If somebody is fucking around dominating, you're like, hold on, man, this guy's dominating. Or these 2-3 guys are dominating. Everybody can't dominate, or somebody ain't dominating. That's what I'm saying. You might can dominate the Pistons on a Tuesday night and dominate Memphis Wednesday night, but there were people out there dominating everybody. So you're like, okay, well, if they dominating every fucking body, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, bro. I hear what y'all saying. I'm like,
no, you don't. No, you don't. You do not. You clearly don't hear what we saying.
You keep saying you going to Carmelo.
Nah, you don't.
I said he was dominant, but there was a guy out there even more.
But you keep saying, but the whole basis was, what's the maybe I should shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up.
We know Aaron was out there. We know he was.
I'm gonna shut up because I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. What are we talking about here, man? So we can move on. Close us out so we can move on.
Nah, man. Listen.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, man. Close us out so we can move on.
Warriors in 6.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Warriors in 6, man.
My niggas is bitching up right now.
Warriors in 6, man. Nah, you right. That's what I'm saying. Man, listen.
Hold on. Let me run this shit off to you, man. I agree with you. Let me run this shit off to you.
I know it's more.
We got a nigga playing in the same era as Jordan, average 27.7. 29.1, 31.1, 29.0, 28.0, 27.0, 25.2, 26.7, 25.7, 27.4, 27.0, 23.0, 25.3. God damn, and them niggas is at the top of the Western Conference every year. Nigga, that's dominance.
I didn't say Carmelo wasn't dominant. Why you keep bringing that up? I keep saying he was dominant.
Maybe you're just not clear.
I said
it don't sound.
Every time
you're doing a shitty job.
You're doing a shitty job of listening. Every time I say Carmelo is probably the second. Him or Dream.
You want me to give you another dominant? Okay, so that's 3 dominant players you named. You want me to give you another dominant player? Do I have to give you another dominant player? Because it seems like you don't get it. That's my point. You keep saying, Jordan, nobody else was dominant. Do I have to give you another dominant player?
On to Cleveland, man.
On the Cleveland? Oh, I fucking bet it is on the Cleveland, you motherfucker.
Nah, because
I bet it is on the Cleveland, you motherfucker.
bring up Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I bet. Oh,
Bring up Charles Barkley.
Oh, why would I bring up Charles Barkley? Because you fucking know? Because you fucking
Because a
know?
lot of people think he was dominant.
Do you think he was dominant?
Nah.
The fuck TV was you watching?
Come on, man.
The fuck TV? That's a motherfucker that won MVP during that period. The fuck is wrong with him, man? What is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? That's what's wrong with him. The fuck is wrong with him? On to Cleveland. We're going to go on to Cleveland like you said, man. We're going to go on to Cleveland, man. Football is 100 days away. Football is 100 days away. Hey, man, I love you, man.
Man, you don't fucking love me, man. Nah,
Well, fuck
man.
you then.
You don't fucking love me, man.
Football.
Football.
Football. Anybody watching the USFL?
Nah,
Fuck.
nah.
Nobody's watching the USFL?
No, I see my trash man playing in that motherfucker.
Nobody's watching the USFL? All right, now it's really on to Cleveland.
I know we probably got the best player in the USFL.
Who's we?
Alabama, man. Bo Scarborough.
That nigga said we.
They undefeated.
Bo
Roll Tide?
Scarborough,
Roll
yeah,
Tide?
he killing them. He killing
They
them.
undefeated.
Roll Tide?
Yeah, they doing their thing.
killing
I
them
can't
out
watch
there,
it, though. I
man.
can't watch it though. I mean,
Roll Tide?
I watched like one game because my dad watched it. You know what I'm saying? So we was kind of watching.
It's a lot of clamoring, man, that this is quality football. Should we be
No,
They
watching?
got some different stuff that I think the NFL going to adapt though, like the cameras and shit they got. That shit kind of cool though.
I don't think it's good enough football.
My bro said that shit kind of cool.
You know, I don't think it's good enough
Yeah, the
football,
camera
man.
shit and all that shit.
That nigga said it's kind of cool.
It's low budget football. Dog.
Bro said it's kind of
Like,
cool.
listen, you know it's low budget football, but they don't even get niggas from the draft. Damn. It started before the draft. So, you know, niggas, all them 800,000 niggas that was working out for the draft, wasn't even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? That's talent. You couldn't even get none of them niggas, you know what I'm
but the
saying?
contraction of the league does give the opportunity to produce some very good fucking football teams, because it's not like you got 30 teams. You got, how many teams is it?
You got about 8 teams in the USFL. and
So
you
that
probably got about-
alone, yeah, that
you
alone,
you may have 8 NFL players.
that alone. Well, I think I'm a little bit more than 8, but that alone does produce a level of quality when you got that kind of contraction. No, yes, no. This is just bullshit.
To me, I haven't seen.
Chime in, man. If you watching the UFL,
I haven't seen
chime in.
a good level of football unless you actually had a chance to get the top level players. The old USFL had top level players. We talking about Steve Young.
Oh, they had top. Yeah, they had niggas
You know,
that ended
we
up
talking
being
about Reggie White.
NFL Hall of
We talking
Famers.
about
Yeah,
Jim Kelly.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
but that remains to be seen, though. That remains to be seen.
None of those fucking
That's why I
players.
said
None of those
the
fucking
league
players.
started before the draft. You couldn't even get niggas that
The league-
thought they was going to get drafted because they was preparing and didn't even get, you know what I'm saying?
But the
'Cause you're
original,
already
but here's the
started.
kicker though. The original USFL had niggas that foregone the draft. Like niggas was like,
Yeah,
fuck the
Herschel
NFL,
Walker.
I'm going to the USFL. So they had like
Absolutely.
real deal. Like imagine if fucking what's the nigga from Oregon? The linebacker.
Thibodeau.
Imagine if Thibodeau said, I ain't playing in the league. Imagine if fucking the motherfucker from Michigan, the lineman, what's that nigga name?
Aiden Hutchinson.
If Aiden Hutchinson said, you know what, I'm going to the USFL.
They ain't
Or
got
if
enough money,
Kenny
though.
Pickett said, I'm going to the USFL.
They don't have enough money because
Well, not now.
Right, that's
but
in the old
at one
USFL,
point they
they had
did.
money.
Yeah, at one
Yeah.
point they did.
they don't have
Absolutely.
enough money.
It was a real thing because you figure you had, in the same league, you had Steve Young,
Yeah. Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly, Doug. Those was fucking Heisman Trophy niggas, man. Like, they wasn't no suckers.
Ernest Biner.
Yeah, they had real NFL talent that opted to play in the USFL outside of the motherfucking NFL. So at one point it was a real thing. Now you kind of got guys that are hoping for another shot in the NFL. Like a motherfucker like Robert Griffin should have went down there.
No. He be killing them dudes out there.
That's the whole point. That's the point.
Nah,
Colin Kaepernick should have went. Colin Kaepernick should have went to the USFL and lit that shit up.
Respectable football.
It's not.
It's not. It's not respectable football.
It's not. He be hitting motherfuckers in the face mask. Bong. Give motherfuckers concussions with fastballs. Bong.
Like,
Come on, man. This ain't it, man.
But man, these niggas is like
Third string receiver, slot receivers.
Nah, they ain't any of that.
Punt
They
returners
ain't
in
any
the
of that.
league.
They special teams.
Punt
at
returners,
best.
special teamers in the league.
It's teams right now in the
they tricking
NFL.
you. They
It's-
tricking you.
It's
They tricking you. They show a nigga that is up there like, yo, he went to LSU. Like, damn, he ain't make it to the pros or nothing like that.
Yeah,
Nah, he
yeah.
went to LSU for like a semester, nigga.
right.
He was on the
good.
team for like a semester.
Think about
Then
it like
dropped
this.
out and he still want to play football.
Right now,
Man, nigga, dang.
they might have about.
But
70,
hold on. Are we going? Can we value a semester in LSU football and the SEC against Derek Stingley, cornerback university?
Nah, it's different from a semester at LSU, and then when you're not there, because of some reason, you don't show up at no other school.
What if you just couldn't fucking make the roster? Because I mean, it's a depth chart. Hey, we got these scholarships, man, and we all know college football is literally day to day on scholarships, right?
Yo, my dude. If I make the roster at LSU, I can damn near make that. I'm going to play college football somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, if LSU kicks me off the team,
It's eligibility though.
I'm
You
going
still
to
got
Fresno
still got
State.
eligibility
I'm going
issues.
I'm going to Fresno State.
You still got eligibility.
If I can be eligible. I'm going. If I can.
But
make
there's
it to
eligibility.
LSU.
man, listen, I'm gonna Trinity Junior College, nigga. I'm going to
Have
get.
160 catches, 2,000 yards.
You just not.
I
Gonna,
believe-
160 catches and 2,000 yards.
And then I'm gonna
from
get back
look,
to
look,
where
look,
I
look,
am.
look, from some quarterback named Lane Johnson.
Cal State Chino,
listen, I'm gonna get back where I
motherfucker.
got to get. I'm gonna go here and get the eligibility right. Then I'm gonna get back where I got to get.
I'm gonna get 160
Like,
catches.
Nah, you can't tell me he went to LSU.
I'm gonna be a dark horse
and he ain't
Heisman
never
candidate.
Played football. He ain't never played football again into the USFL.
Nigga, or a nigga likes a lot of weed. That nigga likes weed. He likes weed.
Oh man, if you like weed that much to keep you off of how many seasons worth of teams?
Nah, listen.
Come on, man.
No.
I can't
Well,
use it.
that's happening in the league.
I
Hold
can't use
Hold
it,
on,
man.
wait. There's examples of that in the league, bro.
Oh, but you ain't that good either, obviously.
Nigga, that nigga was
Josh Gordon.
That nigga was cutting hair.
Josh Gordon's pretty damn good.
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon loves uncontrolled substances.
in the league.
He's pretty damn. Yeah, he's in the league. He's pretty damn
He played
good.
for the Chiefs.
He played for the Chiefs.
I'm just saying.
He got a ring.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. I mean,
You said if you like weed or uncontrolled substances,
Wasn't
that
ineligible that many years in college. Like
Josh Gordon has missed 4 seasons.
Listen, but see, I'm
I'm talking about in
USFL.
college. In college.
Listen.
What's the motherfucker for Dallas? Who's the lineman for Dallas? Gregory?
Oh, he played for Denver now. Shout out Mike.
Oh, he's on another team. Oh, he's on another team.
He's had his issues.
He loves
That's
uncontrolled
insane.
substances. He
That's not the
loves.
same.
It ain't.
That's not the same from smoking weed on the streets than then playing for the USFL.
Yeah,
dog.
like yo, you wasn't that good. Like you
Like,
couldn't make.
nah.
Like yo,
I'm
like
telling you, listen, nigga was getting his hair cut. nigga was in the barbershop cutting hair. A nigga came in there. I'm telling you how it went.
Nigga came to get a temple taper.
Nigga,
He came to get his beard
A
shaped.
nigga came in there. Man, nigga came in there, sat in his chair, getting it cut. Like, yo, you know I'm going to the USFL tryouts today. For real? Man, shit, you should come with me. You should play for Ohio State. Maurice Claret.
I'm still out here in these streets.
Used to play for shit. Man, fuck, I ain't got nothing else to do.
I'm still off out near these streets.
Let me clear these
Clean
appointments.
up. Yeah,
Let me
clean
clear
up.
these appointments.
I'm
Hey, yo,
telling
cousin,
you.
close up for me, man. Cancel all my appointments.
I'm ready to ride down to Florida.
Man,
I'm ready to
that's
ride down to
how it happens.
Stillwater. I'm ready to ride down to Stillwater.
Man,
Hey,
nigga that
yo,
was already
I'm
on
not-
the
I
team
don't watch-
came
it
and
was
got
hard to
cut.
watch.
And the nigga who was cutting his hair used to play for LSU.
See,
Nigga.
Sean said nigga giving fees is out there giving 8 catches
It's
for
like
120
watching
yards.
one of those
Ain't
early.
nobody out there get 8 catches for 120 yards. Nigga.
Yo, it's like watching one of those early ESPN games that come on like it might even come on like 11 o'clock, like Western Michigan, Kentucky against Polytech U. You like, man, this is like D2, but these guys get paid to be D2. Like, wow, it's like you're
And
not
then
gonna
you got
watch
the
a whole
big-
lot
then
of
you got
that.
the big celebrity league grade come, the XFL.
Yeah, that's the
Rock
rock
and his
joint.
ex-wife.
Yeah,
Rock and his ex-wife on that shit.
so that's even less motherfuckers. Yo, come on, man.
That's just horrible.
Man, yo, man, you know what, man? I'm going to dust my cleats off. I ain't never played before, but they running out of motherfuckers. They running out of motherfuckers
Man, the
to play.
USFL lost. Listen, and the crazy shit, they lost a lot of good players to the fan control league. Like a lot of them college good niggas went to the fan control league.
Yo, you can own one of them joints. You can own a motherfucking fan control league,
Yo,
man.
we might need to open up that Fire Nice fund me. Let's
Hey, yo.
let's own the team.
You can own one of them leagues,
Oh,
man.
Nah, listen.
Cole plays all
Yo,
cannot.
you see the
ATO
boy
go
for you see
deep.
the boy Shea Patterson?
He was out there going ham
They
on
scored a
the motherfuckers.
touchdown, man. It sparked up a joint, nigga. They,
Oh, shit.
All right,
they
man.
cut him.
Oh,
I was
shit,
great.
yeah.
Hey, with that being said, that's our cue. God damn, niggas spark up an L and get cut.
Man,
Whoa.
right in the end zone, man. He took his helmet off, took the doobie out his motherfucking.
I'm great. Spark up.
They
man.
took the
Fire
doobie
last.
out his pads
Where my joint?
and sparked up, nigga.
Lighter.
Knocked on the floor. Right behind.
So listen, it's the guys, man. It's that time, man. We appreciate y'all rocking out with us, man. It's the Fire Nice Experience, man. Sports, entertainment, current events, man. This is what we do. We appreciate being back. We almost back like Voltron. I'm back off hiatus. My brothers here held it down. Y'all got the real Fire Nice Experience last week, man. Every now and then, man, that's like a classic episode. So with that being said, man, check that motherfucker out, man. I love these Bulls, man. These Bulls pulled a nigga in, man, during the pandemic and said, Coach, man, let's rock the fuck out, man. And because of the love with my boys, man, this is where we are. This is where we are. This is what we do. Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to my brothers, man. The Concert Crew podcast, man. Brothers from another mother, man. Freaks, Barboni, Tez. Bulls, man. Let them Bulls, man. They provided a template, man. And we just running with it. Check out this Concert Crew podcast for your most comprehensive music review.
God damn, you dropped
The
dropped
most
SAT
comprehensive
words. Yeah, SAT
music
words on.
review podcast out there, man. There is no better music review podcast than the Concert Crew podcast. Listen, there's a huge motherfucking Wu-Tang Nas concert coming up, man. And what's going to happen is, man, you're going to see the Fire Nights podcast. You're going to see the Concert Crew podcast. We're going to do it extremely big because that's like extended family E-way shit, man. It's going to be crazy, man. You might see 50 niggas, man, from around the way on that shit. That shit going to be big, man. Whether we do it in Philly or whether we do it in Newark, New Jersey, you are going to see the motherfucking Concert Crew podcast. You're going to see the Fire Nice Experience. We're going to do it big. We're going to do it big. Let them Bulls, man. Shout out to Freak. Shout out to Barboni. Shout out to Taz. Let them Bulls, man. Love them, man. I love them. I love them. Closing thoughts, bro.
Hey, man, thank y'all for walking with us, man. This is my favorite night of the week, man.
Man, there is no other night of the week.
Like I said, thank y'all for walking with us, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all was with us, man. It's your boy, Fresh Fire. I'm out.
Man, it's your boy Ice, man. Listen, it's big things coming. When you see us next week, Big surprises, big surprises.
Yeah.
But thanks for walking with us, man. I really appreciate it, man. I love all y'all out there, man. See y'all next week, man. Peace.
Shout out to bitch ass Chauncey. Bitch ass Chauncey.
Senior Willie.
Bitch ass Chauncey.